Recording
Two.
is...
Aha!
The pog is on. Okay, so without much of a further ado... Why? We are back on two Verks. This is gonna sound horrible. We're back on two Verks, and this is session 27, I believe. That is recording on YouTube, which is... We're closing on the 30. And... Oh wow, we have a bunch of people here. And... It is important to mention that you are now in the center of the Magiana Empire. In its very heart. And you're heading towards the literal center. So, last we left off, after defeating the demon that attacked your party, the Diabuk, you managed to assist Joel and Albert from their holdings, as the party then on the following day made way for Albert's discovery, that being a moving steel box with threads on it, lovingly referred to as a tank without a weapon. And the party made their way now further into the mainland, onto their final destination, being Tsentrr. So, that is the very general. The stream is rolling. Unfortunately, not from my end because my internet connectivity sucks. But I don't worry about it too much. So.
Good morning, Guillermo.
Yes. So. You are now on the road once again, with your giant moving vehicle.
Road again.
Yes. It's a... Calling it... well, it's a nice day today, but the weather seems to be a bit clouded. You notice on the sky, the general atmosphere is grey, and there is a feeling of cold, even within the vehicle itself. From the outside, appears it was very cold-proof, or heat-proof. Tumbling from the back of the vehicle, avoiding the moving gears that occasionally spin out of place, needing to be replaced back into form. You are making your way towards the Stoneberry Forest.
Just to check, the long rest we just had, is that the first of the 4 days that I have to get through before I get my third
Yes.
level slots back? Okay,
Yes,
cool. So 3 more days to go. Cool.
I think I have 2 days then?
Yeah, you had 3 total.
Yeah, you
So.
had less, because I rolled less
Yeah.
than that. So, as you are making your way towards the Stoneberry Forest, you notice Albert, the halfling, as he's tending to the wheel. He's suddenly calling for Joel, tapping him on the shoulder, saying, "Hold! And Joel reacts by halting the vehicle as all of you just take a step forward as the metallical beast comes into a halt.
Huh? We're out?
Albert does not respond immediately.
Darling?
Alright, message sent. Ooh.
Oh, were you talking to somebody dead?
Yeah, I got a... Well, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Got a response in my noggin. Result, we're needed back in the headquarters, saying something's bad happening, and they want all agents back to report for duty. Right, tomorrow? Now! They want us by nightfall. Those were within the center. Day's end, but tomorrow those were out. So how does this affect us? We can... Well, I can't exactly go into all the details. Messages were short. But they did send a couple of castings of the spell. So I can guess it's very... Well, I can guess they skimmed on a lot of the details. And I can tell you that the thick of it ain't exactly pretty. Sorry, folks. We won't be able to drop you the countryside as we intended. We're gonna have to head back.
Oh, you're going back to where we came?
No, we're heading back to headquarters.
Where's that?
So, which one were we using again for this? Alright, we're heading over to Druckford, I believe. Well, not the vehicle. The vehicle's gonna be stationed far away from it, so people don't find it. Come bring it into the town.
Grimthog will bring out his map of Magiana and be like, show which one's that?
No, that would be right here, this place.
Oh, okay. Okay, it's off for.
Well, no, it ain't. But if I'm to guess right, we're gonna be staying there for some time, at least like a day or two, getting informed on what's going on.
Well, what do you think? Should we maybe go with them to points the map this place, and then not just walk from there?
Yeah, seems fair enough.
You want to give us a lift in that far, or?
Well, if you wanna. Not certain what you're searching for, but we're happy to drop you by.
I mean, we're going up, and Grimthog kind of looks at the map, like, I don't know. Finds the markings on the map. Ah, we're going to the big place over here, right? We're going up here. So, we're currently not there, but if you were to drop us here, then we'd be able to walk up there, yeah?
Yeah, that's reasonable. Sure. We can drop you by.
Grimthog pauses. Wait, but where are we actually?
Right now? This would be by the outskirts of the Stoneberry Woods. Close to these elven hat-hooded, how do you call it, care place. It'd be an elvish city full of the pointy ears. Ain't bad.
They'll show me went to a village with 4 elves. They were happy.
He raises an eyebrow and cocks you a curious smile. All right.
Yeah.
Some cultists burnt it down.
Wasn't quite there for all of that, but I do recall there were cultists.
Now, are you telling me you committed arson?
No.
No, we stopped the guys who were doing it.
Oh, well, that's disappointing. I mean, I guess you did a good thing. I'm sorry. I just really like it when. Never mind that.
Albert, secret arsonist.
Well, we're gonna be dropping you by then over to Druckford. Alright, so kick it. And as he says that, he puts his hand slapping Joel on the back. Thank you, professional. And the vehicle begins to move once again.
All right.
The trip over towards Druckford is, well, relatively safe. For those of you who are keeping an eye outside, you would notice that occasionally, oh Jesus Christ, that occasionally there are some people who are travelers on the road, even this far from the main cities. There are people that are still traveling the road, just looking towards the massive steel contraption that is making its way past them.
Grimthog will occasionally pop his head out of the top, so like they might occasionally, the occasional passenger just might see just an orc head popping out of the top and say, it's like, hello!
Goodness.
I'm sorry. Just imagine like a bunch of traveling merchants just looking around, seeing this box, and the head of just Grimton going out like, "Hi."
Hello.
You're going fast, by the way, as you're poking
yeah.
your head out. The air is just slamming against your head. You can feel your hair just flowing behind you. The dreadlocks like whipping wildly.
Doing the dog head at the window trick.
Oh my god.
For all intents and purposes, you can make it there within the span of like 2 hours. This is
That is crazy.
Yeah, this is how fast you're going. Imagine speed-wise, a couple hundred kilometers per hour, like fast.
And Joel wanted us to take horses.
As you're reaching the turn of the road, the crossroads, if you may, leading towards Druckford, you can see the distance a keep, as well as the sparse buildings of the town, as well as its mine shaft that is right next to it. And it is obvious because you can see the earth. It goes up for a second, you notice some faint buildings in the distance, and then it just disappears completely from your point of view.
Oh, I thought, yeah, okay, yeah, the holes are really big. Grimton pops his head down from the top of the thing. He's like, hey, you know we saw those big holes in the map? They're actually there.
Yeah, well, this one's not exactly a big hole as much as a mine shaft. They're hoping to get some of the latent crystals found around here.
Oh, are they digging up magic?
Well, magic or whatever's valuable, really. Don't judge them.
Yeah, modern trendy. It's good stuff.
Oh, it is. That it is. Yeah, I think around here is fine. So I'm gonna be spending a few hours just using my many talents to make this puppy as hidden as a nobleman in a bachelor's party. For the rest of y'all, I would suggest that you making your way over towards Druckford with Joel over here.
Yeah, sure. Do you have digging or anything like that?
Digging? Nah, I don't like using my my hands. Plus, to be honest, magic is way easier. Gonna erect some walls over here, dig the whole thing into stone, and make a nice hillock.
Sorry, I just found Jess in the chat, just like, I'm going to steal the blueprints for this tank.
Well, off, come on.
Yep, let's go.
Oh, look at that. No gear crashing. Can add that to my list of successes. As you're exiting from the vehicle, you do see the distance that the town of Dragford. You see the river, now with a bit of an elevation, as well as from behind you the spires of the city of Ainquia. Descending from the tank is fairly easy, and as you're descending, you see floating above it with a levitation spell, as everyone exits from the tank, is Albert, slowly moving down. Well, that was awesome. I am going to be spending my time here just making sure this thing's in. Joel, you know what to do. Oh, if you want to head back to the headquarters with Joel, I say why not? In fact, babe, you may go back there, try to spook some people. Shake them a bit. They're a bit too stuffed their noses into books, so they might be not really awake at the moment. I like just, and if you do, they do shake up when they're spooked.
Shake people, okay.
Not shake them physically, just wake them up. And he's going to begin just erecting these walls of stone. You see immediately a wall of stone appear on one side, and Joel, and as Albert summons this wall, he just sits there waiting.
I don't think we will have any problem. shaking things up around here, to be honest.
I would hope not.
So, where are you there? I kind of point over towards Drug first and go like, where are you there? Do you have to go?
We're heading towards eastern end, hideout underground. So we're gonna be reporting to our supervisor there. We're not exactly in the main headquarters, but it should do. But the rest. And as you're moving away from the vehicle, I'll turn back for a second and turn back to you. You are not really members. I don't think it would be wise to bring you in. People might question. Was,
Yeah, we're probably just gonna get some horses and head towards capital or whatever. Where to go? I yell back over towards Albert.
Yeah.
Thanks for the ride.
Oh, don't mention it. And you see the walls suddenly crumble and break as he goes, "Dang it! Lost my concentration."
Bye.
You're leaving behind as he erects another wall of stone. And you're making your way towards Drugford.
No.
As you are entering into the town, you notice that the buildings here are all covered in the same coloration of rooftops. That being light violet to purple. There are people already going about their business. Some humans, some dwarves, and not dwarves. Sorry, elves. My bad. We're not in Serenel anymore. And you'll notice some of the people here are not really looking to be fancily dressed. Most of the people here wear very light, sparse clothing, brown in coloration, greys. Some of them have their own details in flair, depending on the profession they have. Because some of them are wearing their butchers, outliers. Also some children are playing in the streets. The streets themselves are not exactly rock roads here. Most of them are just pressed mud.
So I imagine Persephone showing up in her thigh-high boots, fancy fluffy blouse, well-done jacket, decked in like jewelry and stuff, would probably stand out a little bit.
Yeah, you do attract a lot of attention.
Oh.
Stands out even more than Lupus, and he's from one of those big places.
It is really purple here.
Oh yes.
Yeah, why is everything so violet? Looks at himself.
Would Persephone know the reason behind everything being absolutely purple?
Yes, of course. This is the distinct color of, Magianian occupation. It is similar to how certain building styles are unique in certain countries. This is no exception. Magianians prefer to have their rooftops painted violet, pink, or in some kind of shade of the coloration. Otherwise, you do get some black rooftops, but mostly that's from the decay of the color than anything else.
A pride thing, darling. It's the color of Magiana, so.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's the tribe colors. Oh, get it. Okay.
Yeah, and it's also the color of one of my eyes and my hair.
Yeah. you got a lot of pride in pride for your tribe.
And as you are moving into town, you notice in the distance a trio of magistrates. Magistrates that are moving down the road. A pair of them are wearing the standard enforcement outfits with a shield and a sock mace. My thick accent. And you notice one of them also has the Weave Seekers garment, long robe with the owl head's mask. You notice that their shoes are dirty, and the Weave Seekers' particular garments have been covered with dirt on the bottom part. And as they're moving down, you notice from an alley a pair of children appear, one chasing the other, in an imminent collision course towards the Magisters, as one of the children stumbles onto him. You notice that the child stumbles in front of the owl-masked Magister. One of the enforcers goes, "You should watch where you're going." The child, about the age of like a 7-year-old kid with blonde hair, red leather clothing, just stands up, a bit shocked, and the Magister that the Weave Seeker takes a moment with a deep inhale, slowly descends down to the child's level, and with a movement of his hands, all of the dirt on the child's arm and clothing disappearing. You hear a voice. You hear a voice as you're passing by speak. "You should really watch where you're going." The Magister stands up and they continue their patrol.
They weren't like malicious or anything to the kids, right?
Make an insight check.
I'm gonna guide myself.
Where did they clean themselves?
15, 16, 17.
17. It's not malicious. A bit intimidating. Not malicious.
Grimblad will approach the child if they haven't run off yet.
They do move,
Just
but you
sort
can
of-
catch up with them, yeah.
Yeah, just kind of squat down and like, "You alright?"
Oh, yeah, I'm alright. Wow, you're big.
Thanks.
Wow. You see
Hi.
a smile just
Yeah.
come across his lips.
Hey, you don't happen to know where we can find some horses, do you? Like a stable or whatever.
Horses? Yeah. There is. There's a building, a place. It's called the Lousy Donkey. It's down by the north of here. You should go up the street, then go right, and then go up again, then go left. You should be there. It's a nice place. They've got a lot of big horses. My cousin works there.
Oh, okay. Well, here. Grimblad will fish around in his bag of coins, and I did roll for it to see what he pulls out. So I give the kid a platinum.
Oh my god.
Well, that's his family fed for the year.
Yeah.
Oh my
You
god.
fetch a platinum just signing coin and you drop it onto the kids.
There you go. Thanks. I say with a big grin.
Oh, thank you. Oh. The kid quickly just gives you a hug, not on your chest,
Oh.
but like on your waist, just hugs you.
Hugs you, Dosh.
Thank you so much. And she runs off, and you hear the kid go, "Hey, no fair, share!" And you see him chasing her.
Goes over. What? I know where to find the horses. It's this way.
Yeah, you keep on moving forward. As you're moving deeper into the town, you notice that the more and more people look to not have the attires of walkers that you would see in most towns, like botanists, as I said, butchers, hunters, and the like, and more mining attires. You notice people have soot and ash and smoke on their hands and faces. Some of them have like helmets on their heads resembling safety helmets with a candle that has burnt out completely, and most of them have pickaxes. You even notice some wagons being moved through the town with these blue colored gems being stashed within these large boxes.
Can I roll history on those?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not expecting Grimthor's gonna get this, but there's a chance. Let me see. Yeah. Yeah, no memory whatsoever of anything important surrounding these particular crystals, and perhaps the weapon that's on his back. Nope. No memory whatsoever.
None whatsoever. In fact, as you're thinking so hard on it, everyone sees Grimthor, like, as he's moving, stop, put a hand over his face and go.
Grimthor, darling, are you okay?
Where am I? What happened?
You seem to be a little lost in thought there, darling. Are you alright?
Yeah. What was you thinking about? Saw some rocks. There's a blue one.
Crystals. Grimthor.
He's gone again.
Okay.
He's gone again.
Hello, Grimthor?
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
What was you talking about?
You know what? Nothing.
Oh, cool.
We were just walking.
Alright then. Where are we going?
You asked some children about horses.
What? The horses, yeah, they're about up this way. Yeah, let's go.
Yes, I'm gonna be heading.
The brain just had a hard reset.
Factory reset.
Joel,
Yes.
are you staying with us or are you going somewhere?
I am, as I said, I'm heading over to the. I'm heading towards the hideout to inform my superiors that we are here. After that, we need to see what's happening. Something came up, so I will be busy. I'm wishing you good luck on your travel over to Tsentrr. Be careful. There are a lot of people with bad intentions. Just in every corner, you have to keep your eye out.
You take care of yourself too, Sneaky Goat. Right?
I will. After all, they cannot catch a master of deception such as myself.
Yeah, no, unless they're like a jellyfish.
Most definitely.
You see him like a
Just
bit.
like-
Yeah, he seems a bit like down after you mentioned the jellyfish. Like,
There.
I mean,
It's not
don't
much
worry
you
about it,
can
mate.
do.
That jellyfish also got, Metal Goat as well. he's a sneaky one.
You mean the tank or Albert?
Metal Goat, yeah. Hang on. Big guy. Was with us for a while.
His name is Borealis.
Yeah, him. He was our friend.
Right. Well, as I said already, I am gonna be heading out. Stay safe.
Hey, man.
He nods and
I can always call you if I need to.
Shame.
Good luck.
he turns around and takes on a different street than yours as you're heading up towards the stables. Indeed, like the child mentioned, the name is indeed. How many times can I say indeed in one sentence? The name is the Lousy Donkey. You see that the building itself is the stables with a very small house next to it. And when I say small, I mean like probably a room. Big, about 15 feet. And you do see a lot of horses inside. Most of them are draft horses. You don't see any horses here that would be put in a competition or a tournament or a jousting event. but most of them seem built. And as you're approaching, you hear a voice call out to you. Hello, can I help you?
Oh, hi. We're looking for some horses to go to, what's it called again, sorry?
Tsentrr.
That's the one, yeah.
You're looking for a ride? There, I can give you that. You see a gnome approach you from the side. So, when you say horses, you mean one for each of you?
Yeah, I mean, unless you want to get a cart, but like, it's not that far, is it? So I don't think we really need a cart.
Well, a cart I do have to provide. Let me see. This is a buy thing, right? You want to buy these horses?
I mean, probably not going to be heading back this way, so probably, yeah.
Thought so. Yeah, that will be 50 gold per horse.
Okay. He looks back towards Trust. Yeah, Persephone is just like, is that good price or is it too much?
Is it?
If only there was a merchant skill, make an intelligence check.
Oh, fuck me sideways. Natural 20, baby.
Oh my god!
Overdid it by 11. Yes, he's
Holy shit.
charging you a bit higher than normal. Because these are draft horses, not riding horses. Like, some people might sell it for 50, but you can see these horses are not like racing horses. They're just horses that you would put in front of a wagon.
Darling, is there a reason that these horses that are not bred for speed or to be used in battle, is there a reason you're charging 50 gold per horse?
They'll get you where you need them to go. They will pull out any kind of, well, they will pull off any cart or wagon you wanted to pull. And above all else, they are not scaredy horses. Alright, they are bred and trained. Do not be afraid. They will charge into the thick of battle, and you can be right on top of them. And above that, you can also probably pay how much they're... You can probably go to the keep and buy the nice, wonderful, purebred horses they have over there if you really want to. You see his face immediately sours as he says that.
Fucking hoity-toity horses.
No, these horses, these right here, I was there ever since they were born. Right? I trained them. I'm not giving them away over to know about it, just for some handful of coin.
They would get a free wagon with it at least.
No. But I can give you one.
No. I'm simply curious. You said you train these horses for battle.
Well, I've trained these horses not to be, how would you call it? Scaredy cats.
And what exactly would they be afraid of?
Well, what are you afraid of? Think of that.
Let's see, demons, dragons, those weird giant worm things in the desert.
Yes, well, most things...
Zombies.
Doge.
You're...
The bourgeoisie taking over and ruining the lives of the people.
I once met a really scary doll that looked like it was going to eat me and my friends. So, yeah.
Snakes. Not a fan of snakes.
Huh. Well, I can tell you right now, if it has big teeth and is menacing, then the horses will probably not abandon you on the first sight of trouble. I cannot say anything about the dragon. Haven't had a lot of experience. Well,
Oh, so we've already killed one of those. It's fine. Two of those, actually.
It's two now, isn't it?
Really? In a couple of horses.
Oh yeah. Grimdon reaches into his bag and pulls out the shadow dragon wing.
Oh god.
Yeah, you are pulling out the entire thing.
Put it...
It's like, see? Oh, okay. There it goes. Oh no, it's all a weird angle now. Hang on. Go down.
And he's an actual
Well, let me help you pack it in.
Yeah, I've got it. There we go.
Here.
It is obvious that I'm dealing with people who are... Wow, this is wonderful. Okay, alright, look. I'm not trying to scam you or anything. I just really appreciate my babies. All right? These are my children.
Oh, I could get that. Horse is good.
So,
I would like to inspect the horses.
sure. Make
You-
an investigation check.
But you
Can
aren't an
I make an
animal
animal
expert.
handling check for the same?
Yes, of course.
Yes, that's fair actually. Can I make an animal handling for the same reason, just to
Yeah.
inspect whether it's actually less inspection and more trying to see if I find one that I connect with on a spiritual level.
Sure, go for it. So,
6.
4. They seem like fine horses. The build is not overstated. They have quite the muscle mass for horses.
I should do the same. He knows horses.
Unfortunately, Grimthought, you don't find any horse that really speaks to you. Literally or metaphorically.
Speaks to me. Yeah.
We got Asphalt.
Asphalt.
Grimthought hasn't
What are you
talked to.
investigating? Are you investigating just the state of the horses?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, he knows horses. He knows what they should be trained to the standard of.
The gnome is not paraphrasing when he says that these horses are trained. Like, literally. You notice they are of fine condition. They have been properly groomed even in this environment. And you notice that they also have their own horseshoes been implemented onto them. If anything, the only thing that really keeps these horses off of a riding horse competition is the fact that they just are not bred horses for riding. They're horses bred for, well, pulling.
They're too bulky. They're too bulky. Is the thing. They're not.
Yeah.
They're probably just the wrong breed. Yeah.
Yeah. However, they are fine horses. You don't see any kind of damage on them either. They seem pretty healthy as you're inspecting them. Anything? No, you don't notice anything really wrong with them. If anything, these horses would be fine asset to the military if you still work there.
Just sort of gives a nod towards trust.
Okay. They're good.
7 even.
I think it might behoove us to get a cart and 2 horses to pull it.
Oh, okay.
As
I mean,
to-
yeah. If we
to
just
barely ride.
if we just hold on to the cart and keep going with that, we should probably get pretty far. Yeah. All right. How much for a cart as well?
A gold.
2. Oh. Okay. It's good, right?
Trust with your natural 20, he is overselling it to you again.
He's overselling at the cart?
Yeah, because a cart costs way less than a gold.
What does the cart? I would like to see the cart first, of course. I need to make sure it is able to carry us. Have you seen the size of Grimthod?
Yes, I have. One moment. Follow me. To the back. Following to the back of the stables, you notice. And I'm not talking about the inside of the building. I'm talking behind the stables themselves. There are 4 carts in a row. All of them look the same, with the exception that each of them has a different design onto the rims. But each of them has the same color, violet.
What are the rims? This is important. This is important.
Not that it is basically just carved wood for the sake of like quality.
What are the designs?
The designs vary. 2 of the cards have designs of gems. What you can see, crystals. Another one has the design of a horse. The head of the horse. Another one has the design of an owl.
Did you make the carts too?
Well, not me specifically. This is a family business. My wife does. Well,
Oh.
yeah.
I think. So the state of the carts, though, they're well built. Would be able to house Grimthod. Like what are we talking here? What kind of wood?
Lady, these carts, I do rent them out to the mining companies of Paraworks to mine out whatever the heart desires down beneath the crust of this earth. And let me tell you, they can bring in tons of gems up onto the surface. Tons, I say!
Grimthod, climb on the cart, please.
Oh, okay. Grimthod gets up on top of the cart with all of his stuff. And just kind of goes, shall I jump?
Twice, please.
Er, er.
The cart does not wiggle or shift. As you're jumping, you just hear the sound of Grimthod just jumping on top of the cart.
I could fart on top of this thing.
What?
He said he could fight on top of this thing.
It took half a
I had
second.
something else.
And it's like decently sized. We could all like sit in the cart and just chill.
Oh yes, this is a cart for bringing out minerals and transporting them. It is big enough to house 10 people on the back. To give you a perspective.
Oh shit.
That's the party plus
Okay.
extra people. We could
I-
bring
I-
hostages.
Like, Persephone looks over to Ashfall and she goes, "What do you think, darling? I was never much of a card person. I trust your judgment on this one."
Well, as long as we don't try and run into trouble any more than we usually do,
Which is a lot.
we should. Just, I'm aware. Either way, it looks better than most.
For the craftsmanship, I think a gold is worth it.
I mean, it's not some backwater village we're in.
It's true. All right. How are we paying the man? Because trust
We could just.
Per-
I was thinking,
personal
why
fund
we
or-
why don't we just grab this from the group loot? We do have the 800 gold in there still.
Oh shit, we do.
Never divvied that up, so 101
So
out of the group
101.
loot.
Yeah. That sounds good to me.
You hand the gnome the gold, he counts it. You see where he puts takes a coin. It's a pleasure doing business. I will prepare the horse, unless if I will prepare the horses unless if you have a taste on which ones you want to take. But I said 2, right?
Yeah, 2.
Alright, 101 coins. Yep, there we go. There you go. He heads out, and unless you want, he fetches you a pair of built draft horses.
Got
These-
names.
Oh, yeah. This one's right here. This one's Dorothy. She's a bit young, but she will pull her own weight. No worries. This one's Rogers. That's the other one. These are a pair of light gray and dark gray horses.
Pretty. I don't think Persephone was a horse girl growing up. I think she had riding lessons, but I don't think she was a horse girl. So she's just kind of like, okay.
Those are certainly animals.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I
Now-
have got to hop for dinner, so
That's fine.
continue
No
on
worries.
without me. Back
Yeah,
in
no
a minute.
Very well. Here are your horses. I will prepare the cart for you as well. And you see the gnome quickly just put the horses on the front of the cart. Just wrap them properly in front of it, and unless anything else happens, you got yourself a vehicle.
Lovely.
Anybody have vehicle proficiency?
Try and guess who does.
I'm guessing Ashfall.
Uh-huh.
Perfect. Cause Trust don't. Oh, thank
Yep.
God one of us does.
Take the reins, sit in the cart,
Yeah, you
beckon
are,
everyone on.
yeah, you're very comfortable in this seat. And as the rest of you are getting onto the back of the vehicle, on your merry way you go.
I'm going to cast Sending
Ah.
really quick.
Hmm.
I'll let Joel know we're leaving.
Oh, okay. You fire the
Just-
spell. What do you say?
That wasn't what she was saying, okay? Just give me a second.
How many M's?
We are heading out now. It was a pleasure working with you. Stay safe. You can reply to this message if you would like to. That's 25.
It is. The reply does come. Oh, that is good news. I hope then speeding your journey. I am just at the entryway. I think I should probably tell the guard that the message ends.
Yeah. Well,
Because you do notice that when you are sending back the message, you are just kind of frozen for a moment. So probably Joel was just like talking with the entry guard and just... oh, sorry. But yeah.
and then, yeah, we're good. I'm good.
Yes. You make your way into the countryside. So, now over here, the road is very well laid out after leaving Drakford. For the first few hours, you notice that onto your right, you will see the farmlands, vast expanses of wheat fields. What you notice is the towers that are erected onto the edges of these fields, and the faint glimmering barrier that ever so slightly shifts into before your very view. You notice like a bird fly and bonk right onto the field and turn direction. You can also notice that within this barrier that goes all the way up for hundreds and hundreds of feet, you can notice that the clouds do not pass through it, and instead you notice the climate itself shifts in a different direction from the one from the outside. Within the barrier, it's sunny.
Well, that would have been nice back home.
Onto your left, you do notice the forest of Stoneberry. There isn't really much to convey here. Your journey is relatively uneventful, all the way up to the crossroads, moving with relative speed. As you do, you arrive literally on the crossroads. Do you choose to head over to Tsentrr? Just to verify.
I think that's the plan.
Yeah,
We're
don't
headed
think of
to
anything
there.
else.
You're making your way up to the center. As you do, nothing happens for a long while on your journey. It is relatively uneventful, if anything else. There are some critters of the wildlands that you can see in the distance into the forest. Even the occasional elk that makes its way to the edges of the forest. As you are making your way over to the second crossroads, you notice onto the side of the road where the signs are pointing to the different settlements, you notice a tiefling wearing gleaming armor, orange of skin and yellow of hair color, with a sword and a shield. The sword currently on a sheath and the shield on one hand, as with his other hand he has extended forward with a thumbs up. Next to the tiefling, that has the thumbs up proudly with a smile, with indeed a very thorough stance that you would see someone of nobility cling to. You notice also a bird-like creature next to him. Small in stature, the coloration being blue on the feathers, except for the head where it goes yellow on the edges into the neck, and then green on the tuft on the front, similar to a parrot. As a kenku with a lute is playing on the side of the road, right next to the tiefling.
Interesting. Should we pull over and see where they're headed?
If you think it's worth the effort.
Never been one to turn down those who need help.
Greetings!
Hello!
Oh
dear, they're talking to us. Hello, hello.
Hello, do you have a space for a pair more people upon your wonderful ride?
Where are you headed, darlings?
Oh, towards the center. We got a bit sidetracked, if you may. You hear the Kanku go, more like abandoned. Thank you. No helping.
Can I vibe check this?
Yeah, make an insight check.
Excellent. 24.
You notice the Kenku seems a bit sarcastic when she said that, and the tiefling just shot a dagger at her with a glare before turning back towards you.
Instead of looking at them particularly, Ash gonna look around.
Wise. I'll give you advantage because you're trying to keep an eye out for any brigands, I'm imagining. Much help that did. You don't see anyone around you. It's a very open space, relatively. Not like the rolling hills of the outside here. So if anyone's hiding, it's either in plain view or somewhere else. You can't tell. You hear the tiefling go, well, we've had an incident, but beyond that, we are heading back into the center, and we would be very happy if you could help us in this endeavor. Please.
I just want to share a look with Ashfall. Just like...
Shrug.
Alright. Let's get on. Come on. We're headed there anyway.
I thank you gladly. You see the tiefling immediately pick up his stuff and get into the back of the cart together with the Kenku, who does so because her valuables are much less of weight, because the tiefling has an entire bag stuffed with stuff, while the Kenku has a small pack.
I would like to help the Kenku up.
Thank you so much. You see the Kenku is in fact like a very frail looking person. She doesn't seem very very muscular in comparing to the tiefling, at least, who seems to be very built. And as you're helping out the Kenku, the tiefling extends a hand with a bit of a notion that you're going to help him too. I got it.
He looks noble? He looks noble? You said he looks like a noble?
He seems very, very well dressed, at the very least. He has like a golden earring on his. To give you a bit of a further description, if you must. Let me fetch my notes.
Is he hot? This I'm asking for Jess, not for myself.
I like how Jess has not asked that question. Let it be known. One moment, please.
Jen has to decide. Persephone will begrudgingly help him up, even though he looks very capable to do it on his own.
Oh, yes, by all accounts. Yeah, to give you an example, he has a pair of 4 horns, 2 large ones, 2 small ones. 2 large ones on the side of his head going to the back, in a curve, 2 smaller ones on the front, extending on top of his brow, really. His eyes are cyan blue, slitted, and... not cyan, sorry. Yeah, cyan blue, slitted. And his mustache is twirled on the edges.
Okay, he's not hot. He's not hot.
Very short hair, also pretty much yellow, very yellow, not blonde in coloration. Very sharp jawline, very sharp teeth, not individually sharp, just the pair of them on the sides are relatively sharper.
Okay. So he looks very, very demony in a different way than Persephone does.
Yes, in a completely different way.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jack.
I thought about it.
It's the character making the decision, though. These people are going to be on the road with us to want to 50-50. But yes, in primarily, the tiefling says, "Thank you for having us onto this lovely, truly wondrous journey with you onto the center. My name is Glory. I am heading over to participate in my own personal events. I'm certain that you wonderful folk, are having your own plans as well. Not to pry, but I would love to hear about any stories you have on your own. As for myself, I am but a humble person, hailing from a small family you may have heard, the Bright. No, not to toot my own horn, of course."
So your name is Glory Bright.
He gives you a courteous nod.
Okay, does Persephone recognize the name?
Make a history check.
Fuck, I'm guiding myself. Dirty.
Hey,
dirty,
I'm here.
Dirty 20.
Hello,
Oh, yes, Kiki. Hey,
Hi, what's going on?
we have a
hi.
cart.
They've picked up a pair of kids.
Stop.
Well, they were we got a cart. They're hitchhiking. It's fine.
Is it though?
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, so as you are like moving, you think to yourself as this guy is speaking, because you don't really probably pay too much attention to what this guy is saying. Goes in a bit of a tangent about himself. Bright. You don't recognize a house of that name here in the center, at least. You don't recognize a name like that. Ashfall, give me a history check.
Alright.
Can I also give one?
Yes.
I don't know if I'm even there.
You
are.
be.
You're in the cart.
They did not abandon you.
Just left you in
Very
the
cool.
last continent.
Yeah. Kiki just sitting there like, fuck.
No, but I assume that Kiki and Koda are here, even though they're not.
Do I have an advantage?
No, but Ashfall does, because this is from somewhere that he was from.
Eh?
Never mind. You have vaguely heard of it. Probably the Bright House is a house of nobles back in Krondina.
Huh.
This one is very far away from home. And that is how I slew the Badger of the Deep Woods. It was a terrible beast, but had to be put down after killing the third lumberjack. But that was, of course, but the beginning of my journey. And by that point, like, you snap back into reality, Persephone.
Oh, yes, very, very, very brave, very dashing.
The Kanku pipes up. He has said this story 12 times now.
Do you have any others? Have you done anything to give back to your community?
Oh, well, of course, plenty of times. I have faced off against multiple threats, multiple settlements.
Yes, but what have you done for the children?
Well, the best thing that we've probably done is keep themselves and their parents alive. Of course.
But have you helped at your local orphanage? Have you taught the children how to defend themselves? Have you given money to relief funds?
Oh, no. I leave that for, well, I leave that for the time until I am more properly suited to have more control over my own funds. But no, I don't have the capacity to do that, actually, as of yet. Give out back to such a major extent. The Kengo pipes out again, saying, "What he means is that he doesn't have money, nor the time."
He does not have time to help people.
No, I didn't say that. Blue here is a bit presumptuous.
It's not presumptuous so much as you just told me you do not have time to help children or help build houses.
Well, I don't have experience in the matter. Would be right.
You don't, darling.
Not
But
really.
you have experience fighting.
Well, yes. Fencing.
But you don't have experience teaching people how to help defend themselves.
Well, I never really tried to teach. You do seem like he's actively becoming a bit uncomfortable as you keep questioning him.
So, what you're saying is these noble deeds that you have done to help defend have been entirely in your own interests.
No. Many of my acts of heroism are, in fact, for the betterment of the communities that I have helped with them. I didn't even, at the beginning, even ask about monetary gain from them. Of course, I was more than happy should they provide it for me by the end of the task, but needless to say, I have not necessarily not gone out of my way to not do it.
Is the smoke coming out of his ears yet? Like,
No, you can tell he is just probably realizing this.
So you're a hero who doesn't seek out people to help.
Well, again, I wouldn't call myself a hero, though. I appreciate the mantle, but still very
But you
useful.
called them acts of heroism, did you not?
Oh, of course. Well, again, I do not do it for my own self-entitlement. I do it because it is but the right thing to do. Twirls the end of his mustache.
And the right thing to do because
Helps people stay safe.
and you make sure that they are safe after the fact as well?
For so long as I stay there.
Okay. I see.
Unfortunately,
And how long do you usually stay?
so long as any joust or event of prestige remains within the settlement that I'm visiting.
So you do seek out events that put you in a positive light,
Well, I attempt to. After all,
but you don't seek out places to help, only places that have events that will make you look good.
well, cannot be everywhere. Besides, I have my own goals and aims to achieve. And tell me, if that's the case, for I have delightfully divulged about myself. I wanted to ask, to whom am I in the presence of? And you hear the king go, yeah, 30 minutes later he asks about the other people. New record.
Just a humble priestess of Persephone.
Haven't heard of her, but I am 100% certain you're doing a wonderful job.
Persephone narrows her eyes. If he were to do an insight check right now, he would just feel judged. Like, violently judged. And Persephone's a little bit disappointed that somebody who looks so flashy is just doing it to make themselves look flashy. So, like, judgment and disappointment.
How much more road do we have ahead? As he's looking forward. He's like looking over towards the bridge. We're heading over towards the center because we are having a new jousting event. Perhaps you can come! See my valor for the question if you are questioning it. And I will even
Why
spend
would
some
you do
time
that?
for the people there.
Who are you again?
I fucking love Lupus! Oh my god!
What did you just say?
Who are you again?
I'm gonna go make some coffee while this interaction happens.
I am Glory. Glory Bright. You seem to be a knight of prestige yourself.
Merchant and a courier for a prestige-ish guild that knows this continent. Well, yeah, we know this continent pretty well because we supply more than half of the things here.
Perhaps you can help me then find my way around. I can. I could certainly hire your services.
The thing here is that because I'm a courier, I'm not that familiar with this place. I've been basically living in the desert for 100 years.
Ah,
Oh, so you have money to hire people, but not to give back to your community.
oh well.
Interesting.
Well,
Very interesting.
it is all for the greater good, of course. If I can acquire more money, I can give back more money. That is how that works. The distant yelling. The Kenku, by the way, is like smiling as just listening to this conversation.
Oh yeah, I know that smile. It's the smile I'm making right now.
Yes. And
So, stranger, are you looking to buy anything in this place? Because Magiana is mainly known because of its magical equipment and such.
exactly. Now, as I said, I don't know if there's any tournaments or jousting events happening around here, but I have heard about
If
the...
you go in the center, you can find things.
Exactly.
Like-
I am in search of magical weapons and armaments that can help me achieve my goals of greater glory yet. The thing is that you can
Who
understand.
knows you?
You can understand why I'm going there. It's all about preparing yourself for the next feat.
Yeah.
As you say that, and you pass over the bridge, by this point, Ashfall, you're the first to see this. As the horses pass through the barrier kind of wobbles and ripples as you pass through it. You feel an immediate shift in the air, going from cold to warm as you're entering into the farmland. And even as you're entering, you notice that the scarecrows, now that you can see them a bit more closely, you can see them. They're not standing still. They are moving throughout the wheat fields. Slowly.
You see Lupus looking with glowing eyes? I know those models.
Yeah, newest generation. They come in with inbuilt lighting, gamer setup.
RGB?
You fucking RGB harvest golems, fuck's sake.
With RTX on.
Yeah, they're gamer golems.
Yes. The distance only makes it better. And yes, you do see them there actively like shooing off any birds that are within the barrier. At this point, you can notice also
The
that.
best.
Yes.
No, keep going, keep going.
Yes, you can also notice at this point that the windmills in the distance that are spinning, they don't have like cloth on the ends of them. In fact, they don't have anything on the ends of the mills themselves. Rather, it is just a sheet of magic that is very in a medium pace, not slow, not fast, moving in a circular pattern.
That's been very useful back home.
The feeling of nostalgia. Wish I can smell those golems up close.
Smell? What? Oh, you mean see?
Yeah. It's a figure of speech.
Ah.
Lupus, what the fuck? Smell?
Smell the filigree. It's like smelling oil.
Oh yeah.
Gasoline.
You just go to the gas station. You just take
Like,
a big breath in.
I don't understand people who like the smell of oil.
And what about yourself, book lady?
Me?
Oh! Where did that come from?
Oh, this is
she's-
just delightful. I want to keep you confused.
Is that coming from you?
You see, Lupus?
No, I'm your consciousness.
Wait a moment.
I'm not even like trying to lie. I'm just saying something.
Yeah, I know. I'm making an inside check.
Just roll the intelligence. You wanna see?
I'm absolutely in love with Kiki.
Talk to
Claire.
I'm pretty sure that you're the one talking. My consciousness sounds a bit different.
Do you want
Oh,
me
you
to silence
have
your
one of-
consciousness?
Oh. I would like to believe so. Well, I wouldn't be doing what I wouldn't be doing what I was doing if I didn't have a little voice in the back of my head telling me how great of a job I'm doing.
Oh, I believe that's your ego, darling, not your consciousness.
Say forgetful night. Or forgotten night, whichever one.
Potatoes. Oh. I seem to have.
You picked the wrong card to ride on, dude. I kind of feel bad for him now, but not really.
I'm sorry. I don't believe I have met any of you. Is there perhaps any particular reason why I'm sensing a certain theme of I wouldn't say hostility, but disappointment?
I just assumed somebody who looks as glorious as you would be out to do some good in the world without it serving their own self-interests.
Oh, but I am. But first I have to be ready.
Are you? Are you?
Well, not yet. But after my visit here in the center, I will be.
I will hold
Right.
you to it.
If you want, I can show you the smithy in this place if I remember the direction directly. Looking at Grimdark's map. Yeah, I think I have it down, but before that, I'm gonna have to do some private business here.
Of course. Ah, well. So do all of us.
Extremely private.
Again, I'm very thankful for your good-natured assistance in helping us make it to the center.
Persephone looks towards the Kenku and goes, "Darling, he's talked quite a lot about himself, but he never even bothered to introduce you.
Yep, he does that a lot.
Far more interested in your story and how you tolerate such a glorious being." That was heavy sarcasm for people who
Yes.
didn't pick that up.
Yes,
Yeah,
she,
okay.
she's thinking about like accepting the word tolerate in this instance. Well, someone has to keep an eye on him and his antics.
What's your name?
To him is Blue, and to most people. My actual name doesn't really matter. My stage name is Blue.
Oh, don't say that, darling. Of course it matters.
Is that what you want to be called?
Yes. Nice.
No, inside.
Yes, go for it.
I would also like to insight
14.
natural 20.
Nice.
I would like to. That just gives me the vibe of everybody in the cart at this very moment. I trust Persephone's reading auras.
Mass vibe check.
I'm getting a secret. I'm getting a secret message. Ooh.
Also, I'm back.
Welcome back.
What a mess.
I made.
Have been tormenting this person.
Yeah. That we have been doing.
What's this
Also-
we talk?
Just one thing. In canon, Lupus did not even hear his name. It's just like, drinks a bottle.
So, did we get the horses in the end?
Okay.
Yes.
Catch up really quickly. You did. You're on the road. You've passed through the farmlands that have a bunch of towers around them that make a barrier dome over them that also controls the weather within it. You picked up a pair of hitchhikers, a tiefling of orange skin and yellow hair with black horns, 4 of them, 2 big ones, 2 smaller ones at the front, named Glory Bright, and a kenku with blue feathers all the way up to the bottom part of her face and neck, which are yellow, and to the tuft on the front of her beak, which is yellow, green, named Blue, who has a lute on her back. Both of them hitchhiked onto your wagon. The temperature also is different here because you're in the inside of the barrier bubble.
Lupus, no.
I hate that. I lost my train of thought. Fuck. Thanks.
Bird hitchhiking with us.
Bird, yeah, hitchhiking with you. Glory is a tiefling who is out to help people by proving that he can defeat multiple monsters, and Trust and Kiki have been digging into him, including Lupus as well.
Listen.
No,
he
I know.
hasn't
I'm not
actually,
judging you for it. You're doing a great job.
I mean, I just said I'm his consciousness, that's all.
He actually hasn't helped anybody in a way that genuinely helps them. He just kind of killed some things and dicked off, and didn't
Okay.
bother to make sure they were okay after that.
I mean, that's kind of us.
And Lupus
Yeah, but
just
we don't say
doesn't know
we're
what's
good
going
people.
on.
That's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
And Blue is again who I'm just, as I'm about to say, I am a performer. I sing, use a little bit of magic. Not a lot, just a tad. Enough to get me by. I'm here because I would like to, well, gather some coin, sell back some to my folks. Hopefully, probably find some job that can pay well enough to give me something magical, so that they can, that's it, put them back home with something to show for my efforts. Same deal as much as he won't admit it with him, and he points to Glory, who goes, yes, per se. The only difference really is that I am doing it to bring back some generous deeds back to my parents, and well, increase the prestige of my house. We're doing it for the betterment of your folks. Equal in valor, I would say.
And what does your house do?
Well, I'm happy you asked. The Bright House.
I regret it already.
Yes. The Bright
Cut
House.
to the chase, please.
TLDR, darling.
We are Well, we are a trading house, but most of our history stems within the jousting and glory bringing within the many events that are happening back home. As well as, of course, we do have also some... my father has been dabbling some coin in various activities for the betterment of the people. Now, if you want to talk about generosity, he would be the person to talk to about it.
Oh shit, we missed the jousting. Oh
Oh,
fuck.
there's plenty happening.
Is what it is, darling.
Oh no. I'm talking about like ages ago when we were at this festival. We were supposed to go to the jousting. Me and Blue Goat were supposed to perform at it. You know, me playing on the drums and her doing the violin, but it never happened. We can't forget about it.
So that means everyone who paid to see a show was left in the cold.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yep.
Oh, check.
Well, you also, I think, paid to be there. So,
We did?
The cultist situation happened. We had
yeah.
Yeah, we had to go to the mine and deal with them and
A
all that shit.
mistake, as you
But yeah, no, we
you see Gluggo. Cultists!
We honestly had better things to do than entertain the masses.
I knew there was something special.
Yeah,
about
we-
You are also people that are out to do the world better. Yes.
I guess. Mainly
They
we're just heading
also-
towards the tournament.
They also killed our friend, so
I
Yeah,
am sorry for
so
your
we can
loss.
fuck 'em up.
2, actually. Technically
Mm.
4.
Yeah.
technically, oh, Butters.
Yeah, poor
Technically 5.
Butters.
And the other horses.
You hear the Kenku go.
Oh, speak.
Nice ones. Glory. Wow.
Oh, speaking of. Oh, Miss Yogi, you're right back there.
What did you say?
I said, Mr. Oinky, are you right back there?
I'm sorry, who? As you watch a large pig
Large,
like-
large pig.
pipe up from
Boar
the
at this
side of
point.
your
Large boar.
Yeah.
and you see Glory go, by the hells! Oh, what kind of beast is this?
Oh, there's a good pig. That's Mr. Oinky.
Is it clean?
He's royalty.
I'll be
No, no, even close.
He
No,
scooches,
he's filthy.
he scooches away from the pig.
Do you have a problem with filth, Glory?
Not at all. No, not in the least.
Mr. Oinky, why don't you come over and...
No, it is really not necessary.
No, Glory, I think you should pet Mr. Oinky. I
don't
think if
think
you
that-
Wait.
you scritch behind his
You
ears.
see Lupus grabs Oinky and put it on top of him.
I don't
With
think
that
it's probably
cute
without
little
the
paw.
consent of his owner.
Oh, he
Friedrich
likes
doesn't
you.
mind.
You put the pig onto him, and he grabs it, just fighting him. Okay, great. Mr. Oinky is just on the side.
Come on.
That's a good boy.
Don't forget to scritch behind the ear.
Is that necessary?
Likes that. He likes
Yes,
that.
it is very.
With a gauntleted hand, you
Yeah.
see him slowly scritching. Good boar.
Anyway, Kiki, do you know prestidigitation by chance?
I do.
Can you clean him? I feel a little bit bad about this one. Can you clean our friend after
Yeah.
Mr. Oinky gets off? I feel a little bit bad about. I just wanted a light Mr. Oinky puts his head on his lap, dog style. I didn't mean for him to get all fucked up.
All pigged up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you with a simple swipe of your finger, you watch as all of the dirt on Mr. Oinky just flutters off.
Oh, you're gonna have to get you messed up again, aren't we, buddy? Yeah?
Well, he will have plenty of opportunities, I'm sure of it, Clinton.
Yeah, it doesn't take long. Yeah.
Oh yeah, one thing, Mr. Glory. With a just suggestion of you buying yourself a personal golem to carry your stuff would be a good idea.
Well, so long as it doesn't price too much. uh, wouldn't mind.
Really?
I used to have
Is that...
I used to have some retainers to do that for me, but unfortunately they decided to take some vacation off. At this point, you see Mr. Unky is licking the side of his face, like.
Come,
She likes you.
come here. Let's leave a fun glory alone. Is there any other reason why you are doing what you're doing other than to try to raise the prestige of your house? Is
Nope.
it?
What else would there be?
You see Persephone furrow her brow a little bit, and like, what is it that you enjoy doing? Is this something that you genuinely enjoy?
I would say so. Yes. Well, to be honest, within you folk, I don't think it is necessarily something to hide. I do have greater aspirations. I seek that once I have gotten enough experience within the journeys and the tourneys, that I will find myself upon the door of the traveling tower and venture into the greatest of all challenges, the Tournament of Champions.
Ah,
Of course you do.
I mean,
But why?
well, apart from
What's in your desire?
the fame, the greatness and the promise of power bestowed by a god.
And what if you die?
What you?
at least it's not as that death of the guy we heard that died near the gate of the beginning. I mean, a few years ago there was a guy that ended up as a laughingstock because of the way he died.
We don't need to bring that up, darling.
Hang on. What?
Good
What?
lord.
Hang on. Hang on. What was that bit about power?
Oh, the tower. It is said that those who wish to enter into the Tournament of Champions must do so by entering into the traveling tower. Within the mile of challenges, it is.
Oh, okay. Because like when I was looking at my map, it did not have like it had this big empty space where people said the tournament is. So I didn't know like what was. So there's a tower, yeah.
There is one. It is said that the tower will appear to those worthy of it to enter. That is why I'm.
Oh. All right. Well. Okay. Oh. Hang on. Shit! I got it. Huh. Grimlord has this very big, excited grin on his face. We just gotta kill an old thing, and then we'll get into the tower.
What old thing?
But just an old thing. Remember when we met that guy, right? It was this guy, no, the old guy who like told me to fight Tufigo's friend, right? He said that we'd be strong enough to take on the tournament when we fought something really old. So if we kill something really old, then we'll get into the tower.
Grim thought we've killed 2 dragons so far. I think.
Are those old? I didn't ask them.
Didn't those dragons already have a... didn't one of those dragons already have a record of being beaten?
You see, as you're speaking, you see that Kenku is actually have taken out a piece of parchment, writing things down a bit on it.
No, darling, I don't think. I don't know how it measures worth. Is it based on?
Well, the old guy said he'd been to the tournament, and he told us to go kill an old thing. So.
Oh, I think he just told us that we needed to be stronger than we are.
Yeah, and he said we'd be strong enough to beat the old thing. So.
I
I
we should
don't
take
think
care
he
of the
meant
triad
it
first.
I don't think he meant it that way.
I think we need to definitely take the triad out of the occasion, like the equation, before we do that. and then we can debate on what measures are worth. Because is it based on our fame, on our currency? Is it based on our moral worth? How many people we have helped along our way? Is it based on our power, our magical acumen? Like, there's so many different things on how you could measure someone's worth that are all just so very subjective.
What if you're not enough?
Maybe, I don't know. We don't know how those things measure.
How I see it, those who have fame, prestige, and have proven themselves shall be able to find this traveling tower without any issue. That is why I'm.
But fame is... You can get fame in many ways. It's not always good.
Is it based on self-worth then? How worthy you believe you are?
Oh, in that case, you're fine.
I know! Thank you, finally someone who can understand. What is
Yeah!
your name?
I mean, here's the thing. We're gonna win, so...
Indeed. What is your name?
Oh, good God.
Hmm,
Send a hand to him.
and grips yours and shakes it.
Yeah, nice to meet you. So, hey, if you're heading over towards the tournament, we'll probably see you over there at some point.
Now that would be wonderful. Perhaps we can even walk together should the time come.
No.
Oh, yeah, if you want to join up with us, that'd be
No.
fun. Yeah, we'd be alright with that, wouldn't we?
No.
Okay.
Oh, why not?
But I still have a lot of things to do in the meantime. Perhaps I might even start looking into some of the neglected parts of my journey. Spending some time with the children shouldn't be too bad. How difficult could it possibly be?
Well, look, we're basically just kind of hanging around here for a bit. We're going to get some magic stuff and spread out. We're going to be there first. But look, if you catch up with us, before we win it, there you go.
I have my own path to trail, but should our destination be the same, we might find ourselves together.
Yeah.
Now, here we go. We're approaching.
Oh, Grimthod will get up to the front of the cart to have a look out the front and get eyes where we're going.
Grimthod, no standing while
Hmm?
moving.
Oh,
You could fall
sure.
off.
It's really stable though. It's really sturdy.
Grimthod,
Oh shit! Down.
The cart kind of moves a bit as Griffith stood up. And then yes, indeed, you are approaching what appears to be an enormous citadel that elevates onto its center. You see these stone walls with what you can see as light purple pieces of metal that are garnishing the outside of them. Runes are etched all around the bottom part of the stone, glowing faintly as you're approaching. And you can see the same barrier that surrounds the farmland surrounds also the entirety of the city within the edges of this wall. Sorry.
I think I'm gonna get really sick of the color purple.
Hey,
honestly,
You know, Lupus, I think you will blend in just fine.
I'm
by the way,
planting like
yeah,
paint.
funny you said that. Lupus, you have a +1 to stealth if you're hiding behind a surface that shares the same color as yourself.
Fucking chameleons into the background.
Grimthod, can I let you in on a secret?
Yeah.
This place made me hate the color purple.
I'll get that. I'll
You
get
see
that now.
Lupus in the
Before we
background?
came...
Hey,
The fuck? I'll get that. No, if you said to me before we came here, I don't like the colour purple, I'd be like, oh, what's wrong with purple? I'll get it now.
Doesn't
You know, if you look at the art that I made, God damn it, guys. The background is literally purple.
That's okay. That's not just like everyday buildings that you had to grow up around that are like just purple.
Every
Hey,
color,
hey.
every building is the color
And when you
all the time.
I was here for multiple hundred years. Okay.
we grow
Get
up,
on my level.
gold, I would say probably stands out against purple. I would probably say because purple and yellow are like complementary
Yeah,
colors.
they
Is that
are.
what they're called?
Yeah.
They're complementary colors. So you have little baby Sasha Nightsong with her big golden eyes walking around Magiana.
And don't forget that the guild do also like using that color gold.
As you're approaching the gates, you hear you hear Glory go. Very well, we're going to be hopping off your cart now. Thank you for your generous assistance in helping us reach it off this far. It would be dreadful to just walk all the way over here. If you could slow down the vehicle so that we can depart.
Go. Well, you want to ride it hard now?
Oh no, it won't be necessary. I am waiting for other people, and besides, I would prefer to pass through the entrance security without too much of a hassle. I'm in a bit of a hurry.
Oh, alright, nice to meet you. And best of luck with your duties.
He twirls the edge of his mustache. Oh, likewise, likewise.
Glory, before you go, remember that while your intentions are well-meaning, the people you leave must still go on. And always leave a place better than you found it. Even if it means staying a little bit longer than you might.
Make a
And may
persuasion check.
Corey... Persuasion, okay.
Finish that sentence. I'm sorry, I cut it.
Oh.
No, it's like she's not trying to like persuade him to do anything. She's just kind of like, this is a friendly advice from somebody who used to be a snotty rich bitch.
I know.
And may Corey keep you from arriving in your grave earlier than you should.
Okay.
That's a blessing, not a curse. That's a blessing.
Thank you. I was confused there for a second.
And actually, really quickly,
You're gonna actually slap him with the bless spell?
I'm gonna slap him with bless, just really, really quickly. So, just a level 1 bless.
You see, as you're...
So if he has to make a saving throw in the next minute or so.
So long as you're concentrating on it, you tap the top of his forehead and you see you see a few orange moths begin to flutter into existence around him. He goes, ah.
No,
Have
it's
you
alright.
never-
I forget where I saw him first. They're
Have
fine.
you never had a blessing
nice.
before?
No, not really.
Yeah, I freaked out the first time I saw it too. They're fine. They're really nice.
Yeah, it's up to 3 creatures, so it's just like low key gonna get blue too, and then Grimthawed. I don't know why Grimthawed, but Grimthawed.
Okay. He thanks you and hops off the cart with his belongings. And you riding ahead of him because he stays a bit behind you. Blue does not get off immediately. And likewise says, thank you for helping me actually get all the way here. I'm gonna be dropping in with you. The reason why he's staying behind is because he wants to get rid of some, contraband.
Okay, it's killing me. I need to know, what kind of contraband does he have?
I don't know if I should tell you. What the hell. If you find it later, anyways.
That didn't take a lot of pushing.
Yeah.
He brought in, actually, one of our previous friends. May he rest now better. He was a wizard, and when we started out, he was very good friend of Glory here. Well, by friend I mean as much of a good friend as a sibling would be. They had all the fights, but they ultimately liked one another company. He didn't lie when he said they would never had any kind of magic. Divine, isn't it?
Interesting.
No, divine is the magic that you just used, isn't it?
That's directed at you, Persephone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Thought so. Didn't have any kind of person of the cloth when we started out. Could have been useful against the giant.
Oh, you guys fought a giant. Yeah, we
Yeah, happened not too while ago. And needless to say, some of our friends.
What? What kind of giant was it?
Yeah, did it have like a bunch of souls on its back? Because that's what the one we thought looked like.
Or was it fiery?
Fiery. Not really. No. The big singular eye, the middle of its head.
Oh, we're only into one eye.
That's not exactly a giant.
Would I know what a cyclops? Would Persephone know what a cyclops is?
Okay, history check.
Fuck! I'm so good at these.
Kiki would probably know.
Wasn't in her wasn't in her studies
Nah.
when she was going.
Can I try
Would-
one?
Would I know?
She was
Actually,
raised to
go
be a
for it.
lady.
Try it out.
15, yeah.
If they fought Mother Kai, they would be dead, by the way, yes. Yeah, both of you are familiar a bit. Cyclops are not a very common sight necessarily to the north. They're a bit to the south. And you have actually... It did escape Trust's mind, Persephone's, but you do recall that there was an issue with Cyclops giants back in the Wildlands
Oh.
when
That's
they
interesting,
was attempting to hire giants into their ranks.
Because we ran into the Fomorian giant before.
Yes.
That was the one that we fought.
That was a Fomorian with trolls.
Yeah.
But there were also some.
Wait, when was
not,
that?
sorry, not the giant, the shadow orcs. My bad.
Oh, the Dark Orcs were okay.
We have so many enemies, guys. What the fuck?
Yeah, no, we've tons.
There's a lot of people.
What?
Yeah, I mean, I was saying that's like, at some point, like, we don't really have people who like us, but there are a lot of
We
people
have two
who
friends.
hate us.
We have two friends. We have several enemies, and we have two
We
friends.
have two friends and one party that is our friend because we saved them.
Yeah.
The Santa Claus party that I can't remember their names of.
Also the party that was with Ballas. They're
Oh,
cool.
and Charmstring and Flameheart.
Oh.
They're cool.
Yeah.
We fucked up our relationship with Jade, right? Like that's burnt.
That
burnt
it
that
kind
Oh yeah, we burnt that. He burnt that fucker to the ground.
Okay, cool.
That is salted earth. That is fucked.
We still have from our session that didn't get streamed, our like session 0. We have the noble, not noble,
Clyde.
Oh, that guy, yeah.
Clyde.
And also Louis.
Who I-
Louis, yeah. That guy.
Then Then there was that noble who we tried to be friends with, and then Jen fucking killed him.
What? You guys tried to be friends with a noble?
Yeah, really fat
He
guy.
didn't exactly do anything wrong, to be honest.
Yeah, not friends necessarily. The Man of Plenty is a cruel.
Friendly.
Yeah, the Man of
Down?
Plenty is a cruel debt collector.
Yeah, it was-
He is, in fact, a really asshole fiend.
Yeah, I mean that was kind of the reason why we were like wanted in like few cities. So
Yeah, that's the wanted thing was because we
oh
were
yeah,
associated
right.
with
You
the
weren't
death of the noble.
there. You like appeared after we
Yeah.
we get to the wildlands, right?
So let's put that aside for a second because Buddha say, yeah, unfortunately the wizard did perish, and well, to remember him, Glory decided to keep onto his spellbook.
That's really nice.
It is then when we found out what his profession really was about. He studied a form of magic that is not really liked here.
What kind of magic?
I believe it was necromancy.
Oh god. Oh god. Persephone's demeanor just immediately changes to panic TM. Notably.
Yeah, that
Not
was-
even hiding.
That was my immediate reaction to an extent. And, well, as to why I'm traveling with Glory, I've been trying to find a reason not to. For all intensive purposes, he's sweet, he's nice, and he has a good heart, but he's naive to a terrible point.
But doesn't that mean you should travel with him? Certainly he would be dead without you.
I know. I don't know if it is my burden. Too bad.
You dislike him that much.
I don't dislike him. I have my own dreams. But he's always after the next big monster that is causing a ruckus.
There are plenty of adventurers to go around. You don't have to stay with him.
Darling, what is your dream? What is your dream?
I like to perform. To sing, to play music.
And you cannot do that while traveling with him? Is he at the very least not excellent inspiration for a tale?
Oh, he is. I've written multiple songs about him. Not the ones that you would hear in a serious situation, but definitely ones to make fun of. But in all seriousness, not wrong. I'll stick with him for some time more because he will need some help.
Think about it this way. At the very least, he's excellent comedic relief. At
Oh,
the very
yes.
best, you can watch him change into somebody worthy of a grand musical tale.
Well, I doubt that. Time will tell, I suppose. There have been greater instances of people making, I guess, a better life for themselves. He's
Maybe
just,
a bit of a kid.
He's just so self-centered.
Have you talked to him about it?
No. When I tried,
Darling.
he cried.
Oh,
Darling, I think... How did you go about talking to him about it?
Did you tell him off?
No, I sat down and talked to him. It was a few days after we were kind of stranded to walk on our own. I mentioned that he was a bit too centered in his thinking.
You know, you should be able to say things straight to someone if you're
I-
close to them.
I know. I'm aware. Doesn't make it
Persephone's
easier.
like, hold it in.
Straight enough.
Hold it in.
is he your friend?
Uh,
Traveling companion.
inspiration is the best way to put it, I suppose.
But that makes it sound like he's actually
Not
doing
that
something
kind of
worthwhile.
inspiration. He's good, but not that good.
Is content for your songs?
I didn't want to put it like that, but yeah, some of them.
Why did you stop traveling with him then?
I didn't. Not yet, anyway.
Wait, what?
I mean, that's why they're here together, right?
We're here to get him better prepared. He wants to participate in a joust, and I thought I could just leave before he left from the center here.
Wait, so were you not traveling with him before?
I was.
Well, that's my question, darling. Why did you start?
Oh, why did I start? Because I didn't really know much about him. That is the serious answer.
Now that you know about him, you find that your tastes do not line up?
A little bit. I don't know.
I mean, if he's not your friend, there's not really any reason to hang out with him, yeah?
Yeah, I just feel a bit bad for him.
If you don't enjoy his company, you can tell him that you don't want to spend time with him.
Yeah, but
It's
he
all right.
If
But it's all right not to like someone. You know that.
I know.
and understand that it will probably be better for him in the long run to understand the honesty of your feelings than to continue to believe that you mean more, that he means more to you than he actually does.
Yeah. Well, I have to think about that still. Who knows? A little bit of drink might just make this sourness go away. It's still a bit not long after, and I might be a bit down on it. Oh, thank you. You're some of the you're some of the best people I would have hoped for when he proposed that dumb idea of hitchhiking.
Hitchhiking, not attacking. Okay, good. I heard. My brain was like,
I'm glad we decided not to murder you all.
darling, if you'd like, you can hang with us for the day. You get to
Yeah,
taste
we
it.
go in, find someone to say, and then do some hunting around for stuff.
Would
Yeah,
like to.
since that
I have my own plan. I want to head over towards one of the shops here that I know about. There's a really nice organ shop that is selling some musical instruments that are amazing.
Well, we could always send you a little message to tell you where we are later today if you want to join us.
I also think I would like to go to that shop though because my viol is a little
Oh, sure.
bruised.
You can head there.
Wait, but like, so do they make the instruments out of the organs or
I
what?
don't know, and I want to find out.
no.
No,
Not-
Crimdot, organ. That's not what it means.
It's like a fancy piano.
What?
Oh no!
So 5 minutes goes by as Kiki's like explaining with minor illusion of what's going on.
What a place organ is. I was so happy when you said it was an organ shop. I was like, yes!
Damn
Oh
it.
my god, can we get down now? Can we fucking go? Can
You
we?
enter
Yeah.
into Magiana. As,
So long
as
of
Kiki's
talking about feeling.
Yeah, as Kiki's explaining to Grim what an organ musical instrument is, you enter in, and as you enter, you see these very, very large double gates into the city. Each of them has like its own portcullis, like one to the front, one to the back. And as you're passing through, you see members of the Magistratum are checking people in. You see a person weaving magic in a continuous motion in one hand, while a bright purple eye appears above them as they're checking around. There's 3 of these people, on one to the left, one to the right, and one to the middle as you're passing in. You see about 30 guardsmen here that are stationed. Most of them are not really actively on duty. About 10 of them are just on the side or on benches talking to one another, but the rest are standing up to attention. They do check on you, try to see if you're bringing anything to the city, asking you some questions regarding your visit here, and then you're on your way in.
Excellent.
For those of you
Alright.
who have
Yeah, we
spellcasting,
do.
they have cast a variety of spells within this this area. And then you enter. Now, here's the thing about Magiana being called a place full of magic. It's not just a title, it's much like the rest of the kingdom so far, it is very literal. You enter and you see immediately what appears to be multiple sets of books flying into the air, guided by a person with a wand as they're crossing the street. You see what appears to be a weird elemental creature with a glow of magic within its core, carrying an elderly man on its back. You notice a bunch of people that are moving around. Most of them are robed, long robes. There's a lot of elves here, a lot of high elves, more than humans you can see, and most of them have what you can see as little creatures on their shoulders, familiars. For those interested, little pets, but some of them you notice some draconic little creatures onto their shoulders. You also notice as you're entering in what appears to be like all manner of kind of color wizards here. There are most of them are violet, but you also see some wizards with long red robes, completely shaved heads, with tattoos on them, and discussing as they're walking with a few other very well dressed violet robed wizards being escorted by magistrate enforcers. It is a very busy street at the moment you enter. You are right now in one of the outer edges of the city. Moving further in, you're entering into the city proper.
This place is really weird.
How much has it changed in the last 100 years since Kiki has been here?
Buildings have changed a little bit. Some of the structures. Not a lot. You do notice the roads are as white as ever, marble, as you have been accustomed to. You notice there has been a bit of a change in some regard to security, because you notice a lot more, well, armed magistrates here than usual, patrolling. More owls flying overhead. Other than that, you haven't really seen much of the city yet to judge. Oh yeah, they are very fancy fuckers.
Feel at home.
Persephone,
Hmm?
are you alright?
It's a bit strange.
Yeah, it is.
Hey, look, I killed all.
Yeah, in the distance you can see a long
Am
flight.
I okay?
Oh, fuck.
How are you okay?
Is Persephone okay? I don't know. Let me toss it. Let me insight myself.
You see a bunch of wealthy people
Yeah.
here, if anything.
No.
No.
No, you're
It's-
not
it's-
okay.
The worst kind of nostalgia.
Uh,
It's the memory of walking down the roads with her parents. It's getting candy with her little brother. It's every childhood memory. The
Sure,
ghost of
they
it.
all turned to barbecue.
you also
And
notice
just-
as you're entering in, what you see is also more people here. They are the commoners. They are dressed with fine clothing, very clean, different jewelry on them. They seem to be discussing with one another. You see children are still playing on the side of the street. You see a lot of the performers on the street. Surprising no one, are wizards. You see illusionists creating entire scenes into the side of the street. What appears to be serpents trailing into the air as long and wide as your own cart, just flying in a single motion. You see pyromancers that are juggling flame in their hand, breathing it out of their mouth, and then exploding into the view of multiple onlookers. And trust, you can also catch that in some of the less visited alleyways of the city as you're moving by, you do notice some people are having a casual discussion. Nothing shady, as usual.
Of course.
We can get some free lodging near the halls.
Actually, we could also stop by at my place.
Oh, you got airship?
I
Jen, where do I live?
We figured out.
Would your house be in the center, or would your house be within Verdalia?
I don't know.
Well, was your house close to your job?
I don't know. We never discussed this.
What do you want? Where do you want it to be, though? Like, do you want it to be far away? Did you want to put distance between you and where you worked, or did you want to be like relatively close?
Well, I mean, okay. So since her family, they were like a bit more pristine merchants. Is that kind of what we established?
Yes.
So where would they be?
Your family house would not be in the center, probably. Yeah, it probably would be in Verdalia. No, Verdalia, not in Verdalia. It would probably be somewhere else. Give me a second.
This is still like the second time I'm seeing the map. We didn't discuss this really in depth.
No, your house would be in Verdalia. I'm right. There is a second ring there. Yes, your house would be in the second ring of Verdalia, the lower end, because the upper end is the academy.
So we'll mark that off with. Green. So like.
Sure.
Like here.
Moving in, you.
Or like here.
Oh yeah, right there's fine.
Right
moving
there.
in. Now into the more inter-city part. There is a bit of a change in scenery, because as you're entering, you see a lot more shops. A lot more buildings here seem to have a very high class to them. You see tall buildings here. Very few are a single story. Thank you. Yes, single story buildings. Most of them are like second and third. And
very typical in a city.
Yes. And you also notice, even though the buildings are tall, you can still see in the distance the massive castle that is the stronghold of Tsentrr. What appears to be probably one of the largest places you have seen in your journey so far, with towers that are rising almost all the way up to the top of the sky from your perspective.
Todd's eyes have been dinner plates the entire time we've been coming into the city. And at this point, the sensory overload hits maximum capacity as his finger just extends out towards the castle and goes, "The fuck is that?"
Grimthod, please lower your voice, sweetie.
But look at it, it's huge!
It's a fortress stronghold, if you wanna put it in simple term.
You know,
but what's so big?
out of character real quick,
For
just
war.
like imagine living in like this tiny ass like community or like community of orcs. They're just coming into this massive city that's purple.
It's fucking exactly! So big though!
Do we have time? I don't think we have time to go over.
Giants living there. There's giants living in there.
No, just a lot of rich, fancy people.
but like a lot of locks. Look how big it is.
No, actually, not a lot.
Few.
But there's so much space in there. Why not?
Royalty.
You know, Grimtot, sometimes some people's ego is so big that they think they need more room than they actually do.
Yeah, it's
But
not
not that
having a
much.
stick up there.
Yeah, exactly. Welcome to Magiana.
So, I can prepare some free lodging for you guys at the guild.
Oh yeah, that'll help. Whereabouts is that?
We're almost there, just a little... How
It's
much
the
till?
orange. It's
Yeah.
this one, right?
Yeah, we're pretty
Yeah.
close.
Yeah, easily enough. You can head there, make your belonging. You can get there and get some housing. It will cost you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6 plus the bird if they want to stay with us.
60 gold, and they will house your vehicle.
Oh, okay. Group kitty again, or
Yeah, alright.
do we want to do group loot on that one again, or no?
Mm.
Yeah, the group loot.
I think we have to.
Okay, mine's enough.
Yes.
I will catch up with you later tonight. I have someplace I would like to go.
Oh, okay.
I have a...
Yeah.
You aren't the only one that have a place to visit.
Darling,
Well,
no.
if we're
Oh no, you're not.
if we're splitting up, do we want to maybe like meet back here this evening? Like, just all meet up so we know if someone doesn't turn up, something's gone wrong.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah.
I'll send a message if I'm held up.
Yeah, I'll do the talking into your head thing. Alright, right, I guess see you around.
Lupus, where do you want to go?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go. Yeah, no tradition. Going to have to visit the flower shop and say hi to some old friends.
I could come with you since I can do the thing also. And Crimson and Ash, what do you want to do?
Well, let's see. I want to find a blacksmith, and
Just ask the person there and they'll take you to the best one we have.
cool. And then
Here's a paper.
I want to find a tanner.
You see,
What?
Lupus takes two paper, writes the two request things, say, put the mark of the mass courier and his rank mark. Well, not his rank, but just his name, and say, yeah, if you're gonna hold a conversation with Grimdot, good luck. That's all on you.
Did Lupus just give instructions to not talk to Crimson? Oh, that's funny.
Do not speak to the orc; he will do psychic damage to you.
Not in the way you expect, and not in the way you want.
Yeah, and Blue will just take off to go to the instrument store. So,
Oh, I was gonna go to the orphanage. Persephone was just gonna dip,
Suburb? Okay.
and she was gonna go to the orphanage.
yeah, no.
Yeah, Lupus is gonna have to go to the graveyard after the flower shop.
Ash, do you want to go with Crimson or do you want to go alone? Jack?
You're the.
Ah.
Ah. I think we may have lost.
Oh my god, Jack's dead. No.
I guess God's wandering off alone.
Can we just like glue you and Ash together?
No. Jack may be busy a bit, so.
Yeah.
Okay, you head off. Let's start with silver.
So,
Where do you go?
oh, I'm going with Lupus since I don't
Oh.
think I'm gonna go visit my family in like one day and come back.
Okay, okay. Where are you heading off to then, Lupus?
First a simple flower shop to, you know, trade in the silver ring for bouquet of flowers and then go to the grave.
Alright. You head over towards a botanic shop, or even a flower shop. Which there are a few here. Some of the plants that are for sale are these wild, strange plants that you can see the colors of each petal kind of shift in hue, going from different colors from like red to black, and also some of them even glow outright. You you come across the halfling behind the store. Hi.
I have this ring here worth 20 gold. Can I... How much would I get for 10 gold?
For 10 gold, I can give you What are you looking to buy some? How many bouquets are you looking for? You're trying to 10 gold. I can give you like a bucket.
Yeah, something like that. Just to give to some old friends.
Well, Owl's wisdom gives you about. Yeah, I can give you 5.
Alright, fair enough.
Do you have some simple white flowers?
Yes, goes 5 copper a piece.
I'll take 2.
Vanilla flowers. Yeah, hands you your 2 flowers and prepares 5 bouquets for Lupus. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Oh yeah, did they change the location of the local graveyard or...
No, I believe it should still be outside of the city.
outside Virgin? It's been
Okay,
100 years again.
so there are 3 main graveyards. The one closest to here would be the other one to the west, so you should head out. Outside of the outside of the ring. You should be able to find it right here.
Ah, yeah. The one where they killed usually put people is usually there. Alright. Thank you.
Are you heading there?
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
You arrive at the graveyard is pretty packed. You do see a lot of tombstones neatly placed in a row. Kiki, you know how this works. When the graveyard gets full, usually most of the ground is relocated somewhere else. You can see that this one is probably going to take about like a week before another relocation happens.
Speaking of graveyards, where would Trevor and his dad be buried?
Not here.
So they would be in, like closer to Kiki's
Yes.
home. Okay, yeah, so I thought.
Where would the
Dad.
dead songs be buried?
Where would? Here.
That's what I'm wondering. Are they gonna like pass by graves and recognize the names?
Alright. I mean, they don't know.
That's what I mean. Are they gonna see? Are they gonna like
passively like catch Night Song out the corner of their eye and be like, "Wait a second."
Has Persephone told them about her last name?
Yeah, we
Yes.
heard it. We
They
have heard it.
Hmm.
At the bank, because the account is still under Sasha.
You're making your way
Yeah.
over. You're looking through the graves. Lupus, what are you looking for? Aqua.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, which grave are you looking for?
Goes. A few humans and dwarfing with a kilt mark.
Do you remember how long ago they died?
About about 50, 80 or something.
Takes you about 10 to 20 minutes, shifting through the graves. But you do find them. They're located in the middle wing. It's almost full, Kiki. The graveyard this time of your arrival. And you do see them. The graves bearing the names of the dwarves. And someone else there as well. You notice that the graves themselves are plaked on the top with marble stone. On the top of which being the symbol of the Solisart Expedition Guild. And by customary, on the gravestone as well, on the very top, you see, on the bottom you see some sets of tools being left there. For one, and what appears to be some kind of weapon for the other.
A long time. With a flower on each of the grave and a glass bottle. What?
These were your comrades, weren't they? Aqua?
His connectivity must be jumping.
Oh no.
Ah!
Our Lupus is just quiet.
No, it's Aqua. I don't see Aqua.
Okay. Oh.
Not unfortunate.
Oh.
Well, connectivity happens. That's how I'm guessing it. Very unfortunate. Let's do a jump while we're at it. To trust. Where are you heading?
Oh, you know. The orphanage.
Before we go into that, apparently Lupus is here. He just needed time to write. You put some drink into the cups. Whiskey, I'm assuming. As you're settling there, pouring one for yourself as well. It's a bit of a somber mood.
Cheers, old friends.
You cheers, putting the cups down on the ground in front of the gravestones, and you sip your drink. It tastes a bit. Tastes a bit sweeter. With that in mind, we shift over to Persephone. you are heading over towards the orphanage. Making your
Yeah.
way through the streets, you catch a glimpse of, with your high perception passive. Bye-bye, Aqua. You catch a glimpse of what appears to be something on the edge of your vision.
God fucking damn it. Yep.
Can you give me a wisdom saving throw?
Oh, definitely. Definitely can do that. What's up, gangsta? It's an 11.
You look forward, you get distracted on your trail, and you look forward and you see a figure within the crowded street, and for a moment everyone else kind of disappears from your view slowly. This figure is a young woman with a long dress, long black hair and golden eyes. She's walking down the street, and she has a bit of a sour expression. As besides her is a man, tall, lean, with an expensive cut to his clothing, and blazing red eyes. He smiles, and then the vision kind of shakes off as you're shaken by a passerby who kind of bumps into you, apologizing, continuing on their way.
What was that? Oh no. Oh no. Okay. No, it wasn't real. It wasn't real. It wasn't real. It's fine. It wasn't real. She like collects herself, draws, studies her breathing, and she's going to cast. Oh, she's going to cast Pass Without Trace on herself. And she's going to take the back alleys
Fair enough.
instead of the main roads. But the entire time, her hands are shaking.
You move through as you see a cloak of shadow move over you, the sputtering of moths appearing for just a second before the orange glow turns black, and this sleek shadow overcomes you as you step outside of you. You proceed to make your way over towards the orphanage, and as you do, sorry for that, you notice that it is, as you are arriving close to the building, you notice that it is in the condition that is way better than last you left it. An entire new wing seems to have been implemented.
Interesting? I don't remember.
It's pretty big.
When did...
On the outside, as you're looking, you see there's a bit of a brick wall around it. A bit in disrepair in some spots, as you recall it. You go to the gate and you see a single person standing outside of it, wearing casual clothing, but he also has like a sword, a scabbard to his side. With a gruff expression. As you're approaching, you enter in. He kind of gives you a nod, shrugs, looks forward again.
When did we have gods?
You enter inside and you see children, kids. You see some of them are playing outside under the supervision of a few people. Some of the orphanage's custodians. Most of the custodians here, you recall, they were just people that were hired to do their job, and some of them who were willing to just help out the children. You notice most of them are just not wearing really attire clothing. They're wearing the clothing they would wear casually.
That sounds about right. I assume they recognize Persephone for the most part.
Some of them turn towards you. You know, at first they don't. First you don't notice them looking at you. Some of them are looking at you with curiosity, but as you enter into the ward, into the entrance, you notice the woman behind the desk, an elderly woman, a human, in her late 70s, turns up towards you. Goes, "My lady," she slowly gets up.
Love, don't stress yourself. Really.
It is nothing. Welcome back.
It's been a while. I know.
Is there anyone I should notify for your arrival?
I wanted to see how things were going. I'm in town for a little bit, so I figured I'd come see how things are holding up, as it were. New wing. That's interesting.
Oh yes, we've had some very gracious help in the last few months. Well, ever since you left, really. To be honest, from some people. I don't really know who. You should probably talk to him about that.
Please? I would like to know who's been so generous.
I don't know his name. Hasn't given it to me.
What does he look like?
An elf. Blonde hair. Expensive clothing. You don't recall a figure like that.
Not even a little bit.
Persephone is thoroughly confused, but you can see
We've also had
A little bit of relief.
yeah,
Just a
we've
little bit.
also had other benefactors. Him and she looks up at you and goes, "Your fiance."
He found this place?
He has been coming here requesting to learn whether you have arrived. Been through here.
You mustn't tell him I'm here.
Mustn't I?
No, you mustn't.
I won't.
Darling, he is not. That arrangement should have been annulled the day.
Come. I'll prepare some chocolate for the kids. Anyway. Would you like some?
Yes, please. That would be lovely.
She,
I need a moment.
of gives you a patient smile and walks with you down the hallway. You see children are some children. You notice a couple of children are just on the side of the hallway with a book on their hands reading. You see some of them are chasing one another down the hallway, and you notice like a shout come out, "Grindel, no!" As you hear a shatter sound. You notice like a small tiefling child run out of the room with shirtless, and behind him, chasing him, is a custodian, completely panicked, just chasing after the child. Grindel, I swear to God, when I get my hands on you, I would exit.
I want to scoop that kid up if he tries to run past.
I want to take him with us.
I'll make a sleight of hand check.
Sleight of hand, ooh.
We've got glorious goat painted all over him. Got potential, kid. You got boxing.
22.
Easily enough, as the child.
Can we stop? I don't think kids, please.
As
it's hard enough to deal with Crimson and Coda.
You turn to the side and you scoop up the child just as it is about to bypass you, and you hear the custodian go, "Oh, thank God! Come here, you!" And he tries to get the child. As the tiefling boy just kind of like protests. No, I just wanted.
Darling.
I wanted the cookies on the jar.
We'll be having some chocolate soon, darling, don't worry.
Yay! And you see the custodian go, "But not for you, you're in timeout." Come on. Takes him. Oh.
Just gives the kid a wink.
Never let that rebel spirit die, Grendel. Live on!
You bet your butt she's getting him some cookies later.
Fight the power, Grendel! Fight the power!
You see, as you are making your way towards the kitchen, you see inside a staff of 10 people that are talking
What the fuck?
Yeah, so 10 people that are talking to one another. And as you enter,
What?
You see some of them like recognize you, some of them don't. You see the person that has a little bit of a badge on their shoulder could turn to you, a woman, like an elven woman, turn to you. Oh, hi. Oh my.
Don't make a show of it, really.
Everybody, we're gonna have a small. We're gonna have a moment. Give me a moment. I'll be with you in a moment. Why, hello. Welcome back. What brings you here? You see the old woman with you. Should prepare some chocolate for the kids. Of course. Prepare something for the afternoon for the kids. Oh my gosh. Do you remember me? I was a bit younger when I came here to work. Oh my gosh.
You'll have to forgive me, love. My memory is a bit hazy. But you let your hair grow out. It's very pretty.
A little bit. I thought I would style it out.
Looks good on you.
We've been working very well off here for the past few months. It has been truly a blessing. Did something happen?
I was just in town. Just arrived. And I needed a familiar, something familiar. You know?
Of course.
I wanted to check up on things. I had gone to the bank and they had mentioned some funds had been withdrawn, so I wanted to make sure everything was okay.
Well, you usually have to talk with, currently the headmaster of the orphanage, but that would also be you, so...
Have a word with the headmaster, which is you. Have a word with yourself.
Yeah, I've heard of some things.
There have been a few people coming here, up onto the office. I don't know how, but we've had a stroke of good luck as of late. Well, as of late, I mean, for me as of late. And for the past, yeah.
Do you mind taking me to the office, darling?
Of course. Okay, everybody, chocolate for the children, as we said. And you see the custodian passing in, the one that chased the tiefling out. Some of them will need a few cups. The first round, the second round. You know how to do this. Do this for years. Follow me. You're led up.
Yep.
Let me roll something very quickly.
Oh, Jen is rolling.
Okay.
Oh, I'm scared. When
Can't
GM
wait
says
to
he's
hear
rolling.
Who the benefactor?
You go up onto the onto the office. It's on the second wing, which was once the only other wing, not on the first.
Mm-hmm.
And as you're approaching in, you hear a conversation happening.
Oh no!
A voice between one that you haven't heard before and one that you have. The voice appears a bit more demanding, the first one, while the voice of Velimir, your friend, appears a bit more calm, but backtrotting as you hear. And I am hoping that everything has been going as we had discussed. Why, yes, of course. We have been spending the funds you have been providing so generously. Proper. Well, that is exactly what I want to hear, my good man. Do you open the door to enter?
No. Nope. I'm listening. Persephone hesitates.
You hear it. But I gotta say, you've been doing a wonderful job. New desk? Yes. The older one rotted off a bit on the wood. Good for you. I'm happy that you are buying something that you can help with your own safekeeping of files, I'm presuming. You hear... Yep, follow on. Gracious. Now,
She opens the door.
You see inside, as you open the door. On the other side of the desk, closer towards you, is Velimir, the human that you entrusted the orphanage to be maintained under. He still has that terrible haircut that you left him last time with.
Of course he does.
Seems a bit thinner. And his beard came in.
How handsome.
Yeah.
It doesn't help the haircut.
The haircut is a bowl haircut.
Yeah, that's about what I expected.
Dude, come on.
He looks like a hobo, pretty much.
You notice on the other side of the table a figure that you have not seen before. The figure is an elf. Whom? No, that's a different question. This elf is not someone you recognize.
Interesting.
Blonde?
You see this elven man has long brown to the core, but blonde to the edges hair. He has long ears to the sides. as most elves do, but his clothing is this pompous yet flourishing bit of clothing, and I think the best way I can describe this is to show you.
Oh fuck.
Here comes the art.
I'm excited. I'm so scared.
Oh!
Why is that name fucking familiar?
You need to die.
Oh, I don't have anything of that in my notes. Okay, he looked. Oh, okay. Okay.
This is not your. This is not your fiance.
I figured as much. I'm not worried about that. That was like a 2% concern, but
As you're entering,
I
you
do-
see.
My
You see
fucking god! I
do like
just
that
spotted the name of his company. Seriously?
Exactly. Exactly. I was
Seriously?
looking at the same thing.
You see him turn towards you, and the person on the desk extends a hand forward. By my calculations, we did not expect a guest. Welcome, welcome. Is this one of your employees? Your friend is shaken as he's looking at you.
You haven't told him who owns this place.
Oh, you're the owner! You must be Shasha.
Persephone, actually.
Ah, Persephone. Sorry, my bad. I am a bit behind the loop, apparently. I was given a different description. Nevertheless.
Interesting.
Oh, please. Where are my manners? My name is Rune. Rune Gimnir. I am the owner and proud enterpriser of the Lone Hawk Enterprises. As you can see, I've been helping your friend here settle down and properly have a better management of this fine establishment. Truly, all these children here are the future of all of us. And he gets up from the chair behind the desk. But I believe I may have overstepped my bounds a bit.
Perhaps you have, darling. And you've done all this simply out of the kindness of your heart.
Well, where would we be without kindness? Isn't that, after all, what everyone is aspiring to reach eventually? The moment of one's lifetime where they can give back and ensure that the future is set better. Now, but yes, I have been assisting in the funding of this wonderful, wonderful orphanage of yours because I have been contracted to do so.
Contracted?
Yes.
I don't recall signing off on any such thing.
Oh, not with you. Your friend here has written down a very terrible contract for me, but, well, what would we be without kindness? I don't own anything, of course. The orphanage is still yours. I am simply providing monthly endorsement to your building here, as well as all that are dwelling within.
For nothing in return?
Nothing at all. Generosity does not run within this city to a great extent. And after hearing of your disappearance, I couldn't help but feel a little bit soft on the children here. The children that were going to be in a very terrible position should they not have some additional funding provided to them.
She looks at her friend.
And goes, as I recall, I did not disappear.
Well,
It's interesting, because I have made sure that there was funding available.
ah, Well, have you not told her? Funny thing about this orphanage, it is positioned in a very intricate position, you may recall. Public space and all was given to you to build this building, and the fact of the matter is that your friend could maintain it for a while. Then there was, of course, eventually the drainage. Actually, how about you tell her? You've already told me. Right. Well, after you left, we could handle ourselves for a time, but you may recall that after you left, there came in some later news regarding an increase in taxation, and it was difficult to maintain the orphanage with the funds we had.
Taxation on an orphanage, darling.
Not exactly. On the building. There was an increase in taxes in general. Magiana was assisting in the war that is ongoing between the Gavarian offensive and our neighbors, and they required additional funding.
And they did not take it from the nobles, they took it from the orphans? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Insight. I do not believe him for a goddamn fucking second. 26.
You haven't heard of any tax uprising?
Darling, it's been part of my job to keep up on the news. As you know, I have a lot of friends in places that hear things, and
okay, so
you don't appreciate being lied to.
We might have had a different problem.
Yes, and I would like to hear the truth of the matter.
We were robbed.
And you didn't think to contact me? You didn't think I would come running?
I couldn't.
Couldn't.
I couldn't find you. Didn't know where you are.
I was
we
sending money back. What do you mean you could not find me? Could not or did not want to? I'm sorry, Rooney. I do believe it's time for me to have a discussion with my employee.
Of course. I'm not here to... Yikes, that seems a bit of a... Yes, I'll see myself out. I do need to talk with you, actually.
Yes, that is for the best.
If that's the case, because I'm thinking we might have a change in management. He exits from the room with a on the door. And you hear from one of us like, yikes. Listen, I did
so
not...
Persephone is going to just walk up to the desk, run a hand across it. It's a fancy desk, right?
Oh yes.
I will give you the chance to explain yourself in honest terms. And God's be willing if I do not believe your story.
He didn't lie about the first part. We were robbed, but not on the orphanage. We were robbed a bit. There was in the bank that we stored our coin before you left. There was a robbery. Most of the coffers were taken, but not a lot out of ours. And I thought that would be fine, but well, we weren't really. I made a decision after we were robbed. I thought it would be better if I tried to request compensation from.
So, I'm going to have to stop you there, darling. The bank was robbed. Our coffers were fine. But you decided to request compensation?
I thought it might have been easier to acquire some additional coin to not need.
So you lied?
Well, the money was taken from the bank. I just.
But not ours. You lied.
It would set up the orphanage. It would allow the children to live better off.
Do not use the children in this manner. You lied. For what? A new desk, a new ring?
No.
Your beard looks rather fit. As does your jacket. Get out.
But
Get out.
you're going to kick me out? For everything?
I'm going to fire you, darling. I put you in this place because I trusted you, because I thought you understood the matter of things, of that we had to keep children safe and off the
That is
streets.
exactly what I-
And that was what we had to do. Not that we had to lie and to steal to do it. Get out. Now.
An angry expression. You see him move out of the door, opening it, and to the other side you see him kind of standing further away from the door. Rooney just look at him with a curious expression as he slams the door behind him.
And don't come back. Who is it?
It's me. I would like a moment of your time. I know it might not be the best time, but it is the important time.
One moment, please.
Of course, of course.
And Trust is going to cast Sending.
Hmm.
And she's going to contact Kiki.
Hmm.
I need you. The orphanage. I cannot speak freely right now. I need you. Please. And that's it. I know it's not 25 words, but that's it.
Mm-hmm. Kiki, you received the message.
I will come. I will. There. Is. I never received this kind of. I don't know what's going on.
It just like goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, darling, you can come in.
The door closes as the gentleman returns. I see that something has indeed transpired. I'm very sorry to have unfortunately heard that. It wasn't really quiet to begin with.
Did not intend it to be, darling. I know what I'm doing.
Right. Well, I would like to introduce myself a bit more then, if that's the case, because I see that we are going to have a change in management. My name is Rooney. I am running the Lone Hack business, and I'm also providing funds for the orphanage because your friend probably didn't have a chance to tell you everything. After he attempted to perform this move, from what I remember from the situation that I was inquired upon, there was a bit of a scandal. They were going to tear down this orphanage. I couldn't let that happen. So I pulled in some favors and decided to have the whole thing swept.
And now I owe you.
Well, oh, is a big word. In truth, I owe you. You were doing a great service to the city, even if you won't admit it. And besides, I am inclined to help you. Well, I was contracted to help you after all. Or at least this orphanage.
By my friend.
No. It would be wrong to lie to you, so... I was in touch with, your father. While he was, still alive. Needless to say, emotions are a great thing that we can all relate to, and... well... I am not completely cold of heart. Well, some would say that I have a very warm heart, but, well, I'm not one to.
Were you involved in the same things my father was?
Define same. I'm aware of his,
She drags her claws across the desk.
well, that's perfectly fine, mahogany. No, I don't believe so. I'm not a businessman that deals in the underground, if that's what you're asking. My deals and my dealings are up front. But I knew your father was in a tight bind, and I could sympathize with him because, well, no one is born into wealth. But no, I have not actually, myself, been a part of such dealings. And I have no reason to lie to you.
I'm just real 1 second, Mr. DM. I'm just
Yeah.
dirty 20.
Yeah, dirty
Nice.
20. Yeah.
He's not lying.
Okay. The music is making me like really like
Oh,
tense,
yeah,
and I'm like, I
no.
don't believe fucking single thing you're goddamn
After
saying
the
to
girl,
me.
considering his name is Lone Shark!
Yeah.
I think this is more just like, you know, it just seems very shady, so it's very fitting. We could have elevator music and it would still kind of seem sus.
But also his company's name is Lone Shark!
Lone Hawk.
So
It's
you knew
spelled
my...
Lone Hawk, by the way.
Yeah.
You knew...
Uh-huh.
I'm
You knew
providing.
my father.
I provide a helping hand to those that need it. Above all else. Some people. I have fallen victim to certain people that have wanted to try to, unfortunately, rob me of my kindness. And your father was not one of them.
You'll forgive me if this does not please me in any way.
I understand. But I'm not here for necessarily that, unless if you're not. I am here because I will continue to provide you with the funds required to run the orphanage. I only needed to establish this with you, since you are, from what I understand, the new caretaker.
Until I find somebody suitable, yes, I will be remaining here for the time being.
If that is the case, then may I run by you a certain something I have come about, Mrs. Shasha. Now
Persephone.
Persephone, of course. Forgive me. Persephone, I want to come by you from a certain standpoint that I have a lot of friends in the business, and your appearance here is a welcome surprise. I wanted to ask, what's your relationship with your former fiancé?
You're the first person to call him former, so I think you understand the gist of it.
I understand. What I wanted to ask is, I will be honest, I prefer to keep my dealings up front, including my friends. I happen to maintain a good, healthy relationship with your former husband. Well, fiancé, excuse me. And I wanted to ask, because hiding the fact that I have seen you here is going to be difficult.
How so, darling?
Well, I would be lying to my... to
Your
a good
friend is
associate.
looking for... Your associate is looking for a human woman, darling. It would not be lying to say you saw no such one here.
Does the
It
skin...
would not be lying
Is it the skin
to
that-
say... It would not be lying to say you did not see Sasha, because I am not Sasha anymore.
Technicalities, my favorite. Very well then. If that is what you desire, then I will not. I haven't then seen Shasha Nasa, if that is the case. I have only
Which it
seen
is.
Persephone.
You're not seeing Persephone either because Persephone went to get their dog.
I'm still listening. I can still hear.
Yes.
Very
well. As I said, I will continue to provide you funding. It is the least I can do. Perhaps it might be prudent to have this discussion again in the future when... well, when cooler heads are thinking.
That would be for the best, darling. You may also find me if I am not here at the Solus. I can't remember the name right now.
Solus
My
Heart
brain is
Expedition.
yes, at the Solus Heart Expedition. At their location. If I am not here, I will be there.
That is understandable. Very well. I shall, if this is the matter. But if you ever require anything in monetary, do not be afraid to reach out for me. I understand that... well, I understand that your associate may have made a bad move, but that should not be detrimental to the endeavors of maintaining the children here safe and happy.
I will take that into consideration.
I appreciate it. Have a wonderful day full of wonder. Who cares? And he...
I don't give a shit.
yeah, he exits from the room.
Persephone is going to lock the door behind him. She's going to cast Enhance Ability on herself and give herself, which one is the strength one? Bull's strength. And she's going to take the desk.
Oh god.
And flip it. And she's going to have the biggest temper tantrum she has ever had in her entire goddamn life.
You grab the desk by the bottom and you throw it.
By the way, are we outside the building hearing that ruckus?
No.
Yeah, like, are we there yet?
No, you would be in the building making your way towards it, but you wouldn't hear it beginning this. You throw the desk. You toss books from the bookshelf down the entire bookshelf. You throw it onto the floor. You take a vase of flowers and you smash it against the wall.
Can't do this alone. I can't do this alone. I can't. not strong enough.
So did we get lost on the way?
As you say that you take a moment to breathe after you exert yourself, and you notice by the edges of your vision, escaped from the mayhem that was caused in your tantrum, you notice a single vine from the tree, from the flower you tossed against the wall. You see it kind of like whirl into the wind slowly, and its stem kind of kneels towards the door.
I'm gonna go ahead and open the door.
You unlock the door. By this point, you would have gone, Silver and Aqua, both of your characters would have gone through the booth and made your way up towards the office. And as you open the door, you see coming up towards the hallway, Kiki and Lucas.
Surprisingly, we didn't get lost.
It's a practical miracle, but
No, the roads here have more signs to navigate yourself through than Glasgow.
No, I mean, okay, but we did get lost in Glasgow, but that's a different thing.
God.
Persephone gives the TLDR, but she doesn't keep any details out. She just says everything.
Boy.
In the room or in the
So-
hallway?
Have I heard of the Lone Shark? Or sorry, the Lone Hark.
Give me a history check.
same
I
here.
don't know if my family has dealt with them. 25.
Nope.
What?
You haven't really
Man.
dealt with them. No, you haven't. You haven't.
That's
even-
fair. That's
haven't-
actually fair.
You don't remember them actually being mentioned by your father or brought up before. They're probably because it will be honest, you've been gone for a century, and humans
Yeah.
tend to make businesses often.
But he was an elf.
Yes, that is true. Hey, a human business can be manned by an elf. Come on.
That's fair.
Do I know anything, or is it too new for me to know too?
No, for you? No. Doesn't-
Money.
Yeah, it has to be something too new for us both to know.
My family, I wasn't that in with all of their business decisions, so I might have just heard of the name.
You must have questions for me.
I think I get the idea.
Same here, and I don't wanna ask why the Ruinous shambles an understatement, but yeah. Let's just get to the point.
Don't want to lose this place. I can't
I-
lose this place, but
I don't think you need to. You remember when I was talking about it, how we found out that the giant had used something called a simulacrum, and how I wished to do it on myself.
yes.
Well, the whole idea was that there would be a version of myself staying in Magiana as we left.
A version of you that stays here.
Yes.
And I can pull some favors in from the guild. But
I
we're
could
gonna
also.
have,
I
we're
could
gonna
also
have
try
to do
ask
something
my-
risky.
I could also just try to ask my brother as well. I haven't spoken to them in a while. I don't know how they will react.
He made such a stupid decision. How could... For Christ's sake, it's a bloody fucking orphanage. How could he get so greedy? We didn't need any of this intricate fancifulness. And I don't understand.
Maybe I can't say I can find a way to justify his reasoning, but maybe he was desperate. I don't know what, but maybe he was.
My fiance may show up too, which is a thing, because apparently my ex-fiance, they had me bloody fucking calling, has been giving money here too, and I don't even know how to unpack that information.
Does he know you're alive?
I didn't. But he's still looking, but he's not looking for me. And she'll cast Disguise Self on herself, and she'll look like the drawing with the long, flowing black curls, the golden eyes, the human skin, the human dress. He's looking for her, and she isn't real.
Are you... I'm sorry this will come out a bit blunt, but... Are you a human or a tiefling?
I know her. Let me just give you straight. Mind if I tell her the truth?
I don't think Lupus knows the truth, to be honest. I know Borealis did, but I don't think Lupus did.
Yeah, Lupus doesn't.
Doesn't Grimthor also kind of know? But I mean, he's not here. But
I think
Yeah, I
Grim
mean,
thought.
he knows she was human, and that's about the height of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you want me to go over this in character, or do we want to just do like
let's do this-
expositionally?
either is
in
fine.
character.
Yeah.
Like, here's the thing. This is the first time it's actually been revealed to the audience proper.
Yeah,
So.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I once was human. Very, very long time ago. And I had a mother, and I had a father, and I had a little brother whom I loved very dearly. And we were happy for a time. But things changed. Things always change, and I learned something that I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have gone into my father's office, but I did. I shouldn't have listened in the hallways, but I did. And they were into something so sinister and dark, and I thought I could save my brother. I thought I could save us. And I couldn't. And I don't know what the endgame was, but I did something and I ruined it. And then everybody died. And our home collapsed and everybody died. And for 3 days, I was there with rotting corpses. But not corpses, not really. They were still moving. They were still making noise, but they couldn't do anything. Crawling and moaning for 3 days. And when a maid finally found us, a maid finally found me. She drops the disguise self at this point. I looked like this. Nobody knew what to do with me. They wrote the whole thing off as a freak magical explosion. And I bounced from place to place, and I never...
What was your father dealing with?
Dark magic.
Necromancy.
I wouldn't say it's not just any type. I think he might be of something like you, Kiki. You know,
I...
sourcing the power from something.
You don't know that. Also,
I mean, isn't
Anytime
that how
someone have to throw an
Warlock...
Eldritch Blast, yeah.
I mean, come on.
you, for all of you
if
know,
you-
like you know that Kiki might be a wizard.
A wizard don't use Eldritch Blast like a dummy gun.
Yeah, but you don't like if you don't know magic, you don't, you know.
Yeah,
It's a
well,
bit,
Things.
it's a bit weird magic, but she has never told you where she's getting it from.
Things change.
well, it's weird magic like yours.
I'm not. I don't deal with the dead. That is.
I could never figure out who or what she was dealing with after that because I burned the whole bloody thing to the ground. But I can cast thaumaturgy. I could send a ray of just poison, of sickness at people. I could attempt to control their minds with a crown of thorns and golden eyes. Whatever deal he made must have done something. And I don't remember dying. Kiki, I do not remember dying. All I know is I opened my eyes and this was what I looked like.
I wonder,
I don't...
there's a way we can try and find what happened, but that depends how much you trust Kiki, I think.
Well, I
If you...
could, if you let me, search through your memories. But I'm not going to do it if you don't want me to.
I don't think it's a matter of want at this point.
Well, I do remember the fortune teller's ball shooting and shattering.
Oh yeah, that did happen, did it not?
Yeah, that did happen.
Yeah.
Wait, what happened?
Yeah, when Trust
Oh.
tried to help the fortune teller, the fortune teller got fucking blasted by her own crystal ball.
Yep.
As something just went, fuck
Yeah.
off, you don't get to know that.
I don't want you
Well.
to do anything that would put you in danger, not for my sake.
I don't think I would be in danger though. I mean,
Also, if the fortune teller can take it, Kiki could probably take it.
yeah. If an NPC can take it, Kiki can probably take it. You know.
I do trust you.
Will you let me do it?
Yes?
Oh boy,
we're
I'm
gonna
going to cast Detect Thoughts at level 5.
Here it comes!
Ah,
Wait, before anything, we should probably...
lock the door.
Do you... not just lock the door, but... do you have anything anti-magic on you
Nope.
to make sure
No.
to protect yourself?
She also willingly
Nah.
fails the save. Because I know it says to make one, but she'll willingly fail it.
Mhm.
Alright, so if it fails, you can insight into its reasoning, its emotional state, obviously, and something that looms large in its mind.
Trust, I need you to think about that day. I need you to try to tell me what happened on that day.
And she does. She thinks very hard about it.
Hmm.
For the first time, I think, in a very, very long time.
You think to yourself back into those days. I need you to give me an intelligence saving throw.
Oh boy, a saving throw.
Mm.
That's
Oh
a
no!
3.
Oh
Try to
no!
reach into the back of your mind, try to recall what happened during those days. It is a lot of pain to bring yourself back vividly. To try to recall specifically what transpired. But you remember very hard to forget the fucker. You remember yourself being yourself, this tiefling form. But as you try as hard as you might to think back, how? You can't. There is just a skip in your memory, a black spot, multiple of them, on that time. And for you, Kiki, it looks even weirder because as you're looking through your memories, what you see is the vivid scenes come alive into your mind. You think as if you're there. You see the burning of the house, the screams from the inside, the servants that came out from the front door screaming and running on fire. But as you try to recall back as to how, what happened, what could have happened, the details are blurry, and most of the memories are devolving into static. And then you see something clear. You see an eye. You hear the static. It is... The eye is a bit on the background. It's not really in the foreground. It is barely visible, but you can see it. And at this point, just what you're trying to concentrate on isn't your past. Your mind kind of trails off into your father a bit. Do you, Kiki? You can talk to Trust while maintaining concentration of your spell. So,
Mm-hmm.
do you want to try to push her into seeing further where this can lead, or do you want to end it here?
Mm. I'm gonna let her mind wander.
Alright. Your focus, Trust, is focused on trying to see how. Where was your father during that time? Where was your mother? Where were you? How did you get thrown in there? Who were the people? And as you're thinking, trying to recall as hard as you can, Kiki, your memories are... the memories you're reading are becoming a bit hard. But you can see the outline. On the outside, you can see it now. This eye becomes a bit of a face. A lips stretch out to form a mouth, and then they stretch ever more into the side of the cheeks. You see this face appear without features, without recognition. It just speaks to you. Make an
True
intelligence
audio.
saving throw.
Oh no! Fuck. Oh no!
Oh no!
No! Fuck. That's a 5.
Okay.
Hmm.
You notice as you're
Bad
looking
at
into it, the last words before consciousness leaves you, Kiki.
Ugh.
are, My warning will not go unheard this time. And you feel your consciousness, the sound of the static becomes harder and harder to resist, becomes louder and louder, and then you see static begins to just fade into black as the rest of you watch as Kiki, in a moment, falls, completely unconscious.
Yeah.
Is she alive? Is she breathing?
Can I go check?
Make a medicine check.
To see if she's breathing?
Well, yeah, a medicine check to see if he's alive because he's not breathing right now.
Ah!
You rush,
17!
put your ear into her chest so to see if there's a pulse. A moment passes and she's alive. Lupus is she's dead.
No. Wake up.
I think this is a nice
she's
place
dead?
to end the session.
No, Jet, I wanted to talk to my sister, man. I really
I
want to
wanted
talk
to
to her.
see what
Yeah.
Grimthal was doing in the meantime.